about us, it's about this team. 1, 2, 3, win.
You gotta go have fun, baby.
The atmosphere was amazing. The crowd was amazing.
When adversity hits, you hit back, man. You guys kick ass today. Another day, another movie produced by me.
Watching my dog go crazy, pretty sure he enjoyed it.
You got all of us out there. You can't guard all of us.
CeeDee Lamb for a touchdown. Javonte touchdown. Fergie for a touchdown.
It's a blessing to be out there with those guys.
Malik Davis, 43 on the game. Brandon off a big field. Oh!
That man's a goal.
You stack these days, you stack these wins. I'm so proud of the men in this room. You guys made it proud, man. Who's got a sack? Hey! Can you like that sack? Hey!
First sack, first of many. Stay tuned.
What you just said? Yeah.
Thankful heart, and you got to show it, being able to come out here and serve others.
You can get a hug. Look, hugs go around.
What's up? Give me a hug. There we go. Perfect. Oh. Merry Christmas to all my beautiful people out there.
We got Santa in the house. Cowboys win. Let's go.
There's still work to be done. A legacy I want to lay the groundwork for.
The heartbeat of this football team is different. I will fight with you guys anytime, any place.
We can only do so much alone, but together, we're a hell of a group.
We're building a monster.
Hey, I don't know what y'all feel about that, but me, I'm so ready for some football. Let's get to it, my people. Y'all ready for some football like I am? Because I'm telling y'all, ain't nothing like football. Ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like it. What up? What up? What up, my people? It's your boy. I said it's your boy back at you with another one. Here's the next level. First time. When we talk our shit, we listen to shit. And we do our thing over here, y'all. So go on get your smokes. Go on get your drink. Kick on them house shoes. Men, kick on them house shoes. Ladies, kick on those little slippers. Sit back and enjoy the lounge. And we got the pounder here tonight, guys. As usual, we have the pounder here. We got Evo Jesse. We got Oscar. We got CZ. Y'all, the others will be here. But right now, this is what we rocking with. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, everybody? How's everybody mentors and dentals on tonight? Y'all, we got to a late start tonight. I got off work late.
Again.
It happens, you know. We got a lot of things going on at work, so yeah. Okay. Like I said, GM quit, so we're trying to put some things together. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, Jesse, how's those mentors and dentals on tonight?
Everything's cool here. It was hot as hell. I told my wife I gave her 2 bottles of water when she went to work and go to and shotgun it. My granddaughter, so went to work. Here, some more bottles of water, and they said, "I don't need that. Give 5 minutes." And then when they came home from it, they're like, "Thank you. I needed it." I'm like, of course you did. I'm fine. Everything's cool here. So I hope everybody enjoys their 4th of July. And remember, you got fireworks, have adults play with it, not the kids. And use it wisely. Don't be losing fingers like other people. And always remember them in 1776 that gave us our freedom. Those soldiers, those people, they were people. They weren't soldiers. The people, they gripped up farmers. Everybody, they grabbed these people to do this. So, all right, let's celebrate in all together. Go ahead, people.
Randy, what you got for us, Randy?
Oh, I'm doing good, feeling good. Um, really not a whole lot of news going on right now. So everything's good here.
CZ, how's everything going on with your CZ?
Oh, I had a good day until I seen the topic for tonight's show.
Yeah, that made me puke. But
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, CZ has he doesn't like none of these topics, y'all. He don't.
Yeah.
as he should.
Like Twiz said in the chat, you see this shit? I see this shit, Twiz. My receipt file cabinet is full right now. It's overflowing with all the shit that's being said.
But it's a
More
keyword.
shit in our house, CZ.
It's a keyword. It's a
keyword.
keyword in there that says could. All right, just like Oscar said. You know what I'm
Woulda,
saying?
shoulda,
Keyword
coulda.
could. Oscar, how's those mental and dental tonight, Oscar?
Doing fine. You know, we had a long day today. It was warm outside, but you know what? It wasn't as bad today as I thought. But you know, because like I said, I'm a block from the ocean, so we got a breeze once in a while. But if you go inland, or inland a little bit, like Jesse said, it was terrible out there. But tomorrow's supposed to be the same, so we could have stood open a little later. But I told the guys to go home because it's going to be a long 3 days. So other than that, everything was nice. You had the Goodyear blimp going over the city today for the 4th of July, and I sent pictures to the guys, and they had all the Navy ships going into the harbor for the 4th of July celebration. So it was a nice day. It's nice by me when 4th of July comes around. You know, you can see the fireworks, and if you go on my roof, you can see the fireworks from Manhattan. So it's really nice around here. So just like Jesse said, everybody please be safe. You know, the less you can do, the less sometimes is the best. Stay home, stay safe, you know. And other than that, that's it. Glad to be here like always at the end of my day.
Yo, oh my dentals and mentals are good for tonight, y'all. As usual, it don't change. Everything going good here at home, family. Job wise, that's a different story. But that's how it goes, you know what I'm saying? Got some things working at the job. Looking for a big promotion there. Is well overdue. And you know, other than that, like I said, everything good. Before we get started on what we came to speak about on tonight, what we gonna be chatting and so-called debating on tonight. Momo, what's going on, Momo? How's everything going on?
I just came up here. I'm just trying to figure something out, guys. I'm trying to. I had to do it. I said
There
in
we
the
go.
comments.
Now he started. What up, take
Jesse, you asked Jesse. Hold on. Didn't you just ask Jesse how his mentals and dentals was doing?
Yes.
I, hold on. I gotta cut off the TV.
Of
I want
course.
to make this clear. And you actually mental and dental was doing. I thought he was talking about 4th of July. I don't let kids play with 4th of July. I think we all adults here. Then he started talking about I guess George Washington, Abraham, whoever, the Declaration of Independence. I don't know what. Is this a sports show? Is this a sports show? Is
4th
this
of
the sports
July.
show?
Well, okay. I can say what I
Like
feel
that.
like.
Like that.
Momo, it's called freedom of speech. Look it up.
Jesse. I'm just saying, Jesse, and
You
chat.
can say
Y'all
all you
with me?
want,
Are y'all
Momo.
with me? Yeah, I'm just saying. You went to about 5 different topics, and you named one of the topics he wants to talk about.
We ain't even
Momo, all
talking
your
about the topics.
mentals
They're
are
talking about
bad.
how I feel right now, fool.
I'm just saying, Jesse. You start talking about fireworks. Talking about don't let your kids
Exactly.
play with fireworks. Like we got a bunch of kids on
George
here
Washington.
or stuff like that.
George Washington lighting fireworks. Oh, shit, Momo.
I don't know what that's about.
Well, Momo, you go ahead and have your fun.
Momo, go watch the
No, I'm
Patriots.
not Jesse. That's what you said. That's what you said.
Have your fun, Momo. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Speak some more,
Okay.
please. I
I'm
want to
going
hear
to
it.
sign out. I'm going to sign out by saying this, Jesse. For
Yes,
now on,
please.
when you come on the Next Level Sports Lounge, write down what
Okay,
you really
Father.
want to talk about, and don't blabber and talk about some damn president of
Okay,
the
okay,
Independence
Momo.
Day, what they went through to
I
make this
didn't ask
country
for a
great, or
president. I
talk about
said
some
the people who
fireworks.
fought in
Nobody give a damn
1776.
about that, Jesse.
Fool.
I'm just saying, Jesse. I'm just asking you,
Nobody
just
gives a
write it
damn what
down.
you
Just
say,
write this
Mo.
on. Note to
Goodbye.
self. Note to self,
Sayonara.
Jesse.
Arrivederci. Auf
I'm just saying.
Wiedersehen. Get out.
Oh, shit.
We got the chat to get to. What's going on, Crispy? Y'all know Momo
Look at
starts
this
early,
fool.
quick, and fast. Y'all already know. Chris May, what's good, Chris May? Oscar in the chat as usual. Philly D, what's good? Philly D Twist, what's good? Let's see.
Oh,
Let me
Hey,
see.
everybody who loves
Please,
Momo,
Chris.
throw hearts in the comments. Throw some hearts in the comments. Throw some hearts in the
Throw some-
comments.
Knickerbocker,
throw some
26.
Please do.
Knickerbocker's 26. What's
Everybody
good?
subscribe to
Knickerbocker's
Momo's
26.
Rants, please.
Hello,
Mouse,
what's up?
what's good, Mouse? Let me see. Logan, what's good, Logan? Let me hit these chats, y'all. Let me hit these chats. Let's see. CZ in the chat as usual. Jimbo, what's good? Jimbo. Let's see. I'll make sure I get to everybody. Hey, DeVar's Warley, that boy be everywhere. I'm gonna tell y'all something about DeVar's Warley a little bit, man. He be everywhere representing them Cowboys. Every time. Let's see. Let me see. Make sure I get everybody. We got Linda in the house. What's good, Linda? Let me make sure I get everybody.
What's up, Linda?
You got my glasses on. Let me see. Bobby Schmurder, what's going on? He said hairline looks tight, Lord. Appreciate that, Bobby.
Bobby.
Make sure I get everybody. Almost done. Y'all see Momo in the chat. He started in the chat, then came up. Y'all already know. Once he come up, it's about to go down. It's about to go down.
Babbling ensues.
We got Benny in the chat. We got Take Cowboy. What's good? Let's see.
Hey,
I'm almost done. I'm almost at the bottom. I'm almost at the bottom. Wait a minute. Make sure I get everybody before we get started.
yeah, let's do that.
You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
get everybody.
Randy in the chat. Let's see. All right. I think
On my
that's
final,
everybody. Yep, that's
hey,
everybody.
Lloyd, before I go, I just want to say this. I just want you to know that I just want to wish everybody happy 4th of July. And I'm willing for no cost, no extra fees for now on to be just the interpreter. Because I think I can interpret what he's saying.
I'll interpret this, Momo. You have the privilege. You have the privilege to go screw yourself. How's that?
Oh, I needed that last boy. Oh my God.
You never know.
This is what you call, gentlemen, ladies, a humanoid.
You never know where it's gonna go when it comes to Momo. I'm trying to
I
tell
thought
you.
we were being serious here for just a second.
Of course, Momo needs his mouth exercised.
Oh, God.
Oh, Momo's the best. Oh my God. Oh,
Anything else, Momo, before we get
Oh,
started?
Love you, brother.
no costs, no fees, no hidden fees. I'm just gonna do this off the rip. I'm going to be his interpreter. You don't have to pay me, Lloyd. You don't have to pay me.
I don't
at
speak
all.
Momoese, Momo.
I was confused.
You have to pay me. I'm doing this at pro bono. Pro bono.
Pro bono for what?
I can't deal with this man.
Sunday night.
Oh shit.
Hey, Momo, you have an amazing forehead, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, y'all. All right.
Okay, guys, I'm out. I had to
All right,
go down in
Momo.
there.
Take care, bro. Love you.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jesse,
Brother.
if you, next week we're going to do that.
Yes,
Thank
So
ma'am.
like, ladies and gentlemen, he said yes, it's a pleasure to meet y'all. That's what he just said. So I just want just
It's a pleasure to meet you,
so
ma'am.
I just a
Have a
little
nice day.
sample of my work.
Oh shit.
Yes, ma'am. Have a nice night, ma'am.
That was the funniest 10 minutes I had in a long time. But
I'm always the butt of a joke here. What this fool? I
it's
love him
only
to
this
death.
one, Jesse.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Oh,
Is Lloyd? Did we lose Lloyd?
No, I just muted
Oh,
myself.
Lloyd's in shock
oh,
right now.
okay.
That's
I just
Lloyd's about to
muted
get
myself.
Lloyd's about to get hit with a damn rolling pin by his wife here in a minute.
Yeah. No, that ain't gonna happen, Jess. It's okay.
oh boy.
Oh,
Oh,
all right, man. All right. Like, y'all, a lot of people don't like this title. I'm gonna tell you why they don't like this title. All right.
Why don't I like this title?
I ain't even say
Why
you,
don't we
CZ.
like this title?
CZ, I didn't even say you, CZ.
You meant
I
me.
just
You meant it towards
We CZ, we.
just locked
just
in,
going
man.
down.
We locked in.
And my
No
birthday,
distractions.
and Lloyd
Oh,
had
hey, no. Before
yeah,
we
don't
get
forget that,
started,
Lloyd.
let's wish CZ a happy MF birthday.
Thanks, Chris. I better win.
Yes, sir.
Happy
Happy
birthday, yo,
birthday,
bastard.
CG.
Today is CZ's birthday, y'all. He's 25 years old.
Damn.
Yeah, well,
That was 25.
yeah.
Happy old as dirt.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Warren in the house too. Warren was Warren. I
Warren!
Warren in the chat. I saw him when he did that when everybody was talking. Warren is in the chat. Appreciate you being here, Warren Eagles Collective. Appreciate you coming in. Hey, yeah, happy birthday. My wife said happy MF birthday, Ginger. She calls CZ Ginger, y'all.
Thank you, Ashley.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday. Today, I feel like today, Oscar just went through a birthday. CZ just had a birthday. Like, to me, those are blessings to be able to see. I'm not gonna tell you guys their ages, but it's a blessing to even to see those ages. So shout out to Oscar, shout out to CZ. Happy birthday. Jesse had a birthday too. So shout out to Jesse too. But today
Happy
is
birthday,
CZ's birthday.
CZ.
He went to an all-you-can-eat chicken bar, y'all. I'm telling you, he told me already. He went to an all-you-can-eat chicken bar. So
tell me he took Tupperware and put some more in there and then ran away with it.
That's why he came. That's why he came in late, y'all. Because he full of chicken right now. He full of chicken.
And you're full of something right now.
And you're jealous. Lloyd. No Kool-Aid though, right, CZ?
No, I'm not ever jealous. If I don't have nothing else in my house, I'm gonna keep some damn chicken, Jesse. I work at a chicken restaurant, Jesse. Why would I be jealous? I'm always close to some type of chicken. You hear me? Always. But
like choking that chicken, huh?
My wife got me some Chinese food tonight, so hey, I ain't eating no chicken. Shrimp fried rice. That's what I mean. Shrimp fried rice. But anyway, y'all.
You're nice to the guy, the cook, right?
Huh? What?
Are you nice to the cook that makes it?
I wasn't there.
Where's Momo?
DoorDash. I was just thinking that CC.
Oh, okay.
You was more than interpret. I'm lost.
Yeah. I knew that was coming.
Oh,
no, you pissed off the cookies. Going smash our rice for you.
What up, No Face? No Face in the chat. What's good, No Face? And my wife is in the chat.
What's up,
Miss
No Face?
McAfee Unscripted, as usual. Appreciate her being here.
What's up, sis?
Biggest supporter. Eric Oldhead, young Eric Oldhead. That's what I'm gonna call you, all right?
Yeah. That's an old head.
Yeah.
Young blood stud out.
Stewart. Eric Stewart. What's up?
What's good? I don't wanna bashing the one's name. So,
You settle down, Ashley.
Yeah.
but
I know
y'all
what you said.
locked
Damn.
in, no distractions. Cowboys could be a problem. This is one of the first years I've seen in a long time where the Cowboys don't have any distractions. No off the man, nobody. We not having off the field issues. None of that. The Cowboys not. I ain't speaking about no other teams, but the Cowboys is not having these things. Jerry Jones is not even in the news, y'all. Jerry Jones ain't had no interviews. He's not everywhere having talking to this person. Ain't sitting down with the Stephen A. Smith. We don't have no contract issues at this point in time. Everybody's just locked in. Everybody's just locked in. If you listen to how Rashawn Gary has been talking, if you listen to how Quentin Williams has been talking, if you listen to how all the guys doing the interviews, how they've been talking, everybody is fucking locked in. It's been a long time since it's been this way, you know. Not saying that they gonna be great all because they're locked in and they've been drama free, but it's been a long time since we've had these things. In the past, we done had drama in the off season. The talk has been about the Cowboys, drama-fied, this and that, this and that. Now we don't have any drama, and they still want to just blame Cowboys for this. Stop it. We don't got no drama. Now other teams have drama. We've been hearing drama with the other teams, certain teams close to the Cowboys, NFC East. But
Thank you.
we ain't. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So with what I've been seeing and how things been going, I think that's a plus for the team. I think that's a major plus when it comes to our team because of the past issues, because of the past contract issues, because of certain players driving in the car and running people over and all types. It's been every year. It's been something. Cavante Turpin getting pulled over, drugs in the car. It's been something going on with the Cowboys every year, except this season. Randy, what you got to say about that?
Well, I heard today that the Cowboys and the Lions are talking trade on a couple of defensive backs because Detroit is so short in the defensive backfield. They're talking a couple of our defensive backs. Uh, I can't think of the guy's name. They call him human
Carson.
seatbelt. Him
Carson.
and
Taylor Carson.
Carson and Stewart, and they're talking more than one defensive back because they've been hit with injuries, and then this problem with the defensive back that they had that just
Carry
went in the
on.
news. Yeah, Arnold. That's what I heard today. One thing about Jerry Jones, I have never seen us go this long without hearing his voice, and it's weird because normally I'm wondering if his health is declining really bad. I don't know. I'm not saying that's what's happening, but I haven't heard him or we haven't heard him in 3 or 4 months very much at all. And I'm just wondering, he is up in age in his 80s, so uh, that could be a reason that's going on. I'm not sure.
Could be a possibility, Randy. We don't know.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Jerry Jones has just realized that he's gotten to that point to where he just needs to sit his ass down and let his coaches run the team.
Could
You
be.
hire a
He
head
he
coach
might
for a
be just
reason.
worn down. Yeah,
Yeah.
you might be right. You might be right. That's true.
Oscar, what you got for us?
Well, like Randy said, it's nice that it's been quiet. It's a change. I mean, nobody's saying, like you just said at the beginning, people don't, I don't want to misunderstand the topic or the title, it's different for us, just because we're always the drama, the top of the story,
Is
good, bad.
Oscar talking?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Can't hear me. I'm sorry. So it's always something with us. It's whether it's Diggs or Turpin or somebody getting in trouble. So it's nice that everything's quiet. I mean, is that going to make a difference? Hopefully, it will. We're not saying it's going to, but it's better to be quiet and out of the limelight and just do your thing and sneak up on everybody and always be at the headlines and always drama here, drama there with Jerry, Steven, coaches, whoever it happens to be, players, Parsons, Diggs. So it's nice that it's quiet for a change, and the title could pertain to all the teams in the NFC. So not just us, obviously we're talking about the Cowboys because it's a Cowboy channel, but it could happen with any of the teams. If any of the teams are locked in certain ways they have to be, whether it's the Giants or Washington or even the Eagles getting their shit together on offense, they could be a problem for any team in this division could be a problem this year. But since we're sticking with the Cowboys, I agree. I like the quietness. It's better for us to concentrate and do what we have to do because it's been a laughing stock for 30 years. It's always something. Even when we got Ezekiel Elliott and and Dak, we had a great team, and then the next year we had to suspend Zeke for six games. So it's always something. Even when we have something nice, it's always something has to happen. So it's nice for a change. That's really finally something is not happening. So hopefully it works out. That's just my opinion.
Hey, Randy, back. Oscar, say something. See if Randy can hear you.
Can you hear me, Randy?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
You hear me, Randy?
I went out and went back in.
Okay, bro.
Welcome to the channel, Gerald. But yeah, I agree with Oscar. I agree with Randy. I'm gonna go to Jesse next, and then I'm gonna let CZ speak his piece on it. But I mean, and I want CZ. I mean, now, no, I'm gonna go to Jesse, then I'm gonna go to CZ. Go ahead, Jesse.
Well, all quiet on the Western Front, like the old movie and story. But it's not Steve. It's not Jerry you got to worry about. It's Steven. Remember, right now he's got the reins on the. He regardless of what people say that Jerry does this, Jerry does that. It's Steven. Steven has control of that.
You ain't hearing nothing from Steven either.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If it's Jerry, but Jerry, he's up there in age. No, dementia, I know my mom has it, but Steven has control of it right now. And the people that are with him are got in control. And so far I've seen they've done right things, but you gotta prove it on the field. Right. You gotta prove it on the field. So great. Jerry hasn't done nothing. What's to say that he'll slip up and do something? Unless they got him medicated or whatever, you guys. You know what I mean? He owns a radio station after all. You never know.
Has he been on the radio stations, Randy? Anybody know?
I don't know.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
No,
I don't know.
He hasn't.
I haven't heard it either.
I listened to 105. I listened to 103.5 all the time.
Right.
And I haven't heard him on the radio station at all. He's usually on the radio station. They usually do something with him every week, once a week. They usually do. He ain't been on the radio station at all.
That's a warning sign right there, guys. Not to say I bless him for 100% for health, but
no, we understand. Yeah, it's all in good fun. No, I understand, but when it's serious,
I know, but Steve, I don't wish no unwill.
You know what, Jesse? Like Lloyd's saying, it's nice for a change for us that it's quiet because it's always drama. Whether it's a contract, whether it's somebody getting in trouble, somebody getting hurt, somebody with, it's nice to be quiet for a while. Other fan bases get upset that, you guys are on, you don't deserve to be on the ESPN. No, you know what? You don't think we like it too? We'd like all the attention. We don't want it either. We want to just put on the television, watch our football team, and hopefully we win. We don't want all the, whether it's positive attention, negative attention. I know Jerry does, but us as fan, it gets old with us too. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to be every time we put the station on Monday morning. It's a Cowboy on Get Up, and then on First Take, and then on every other channel. Some fans might like it. Some fans like me and the old guys. We're not there for that. We just want to play football and go play. That's it. We don't like all this extra drama, YouTube, all that stuff. We don't want to be talked about every 2 minutes. You know what? To be honest with you, we don't deserve it. We don't. Unless you're the winning team, unless you're Seattle or the year before. Those are the teams they should be talking about. I
You know why
agree.
you're mad?
You know, I can understand
You
other
know
fan
why you're
bases getting upset, but Cowboy fan base, certain of us get upset too. We don't want to hear it. Every time you put on the station, that's all they talk about. We don't want to hear it either. We want to just
but there's
get
one.
the pump,
Go
play
ahead. Go ahead.
football,
Go
win
ahead, Oscar.
something, hopefully, and then they could talk all they want.
But you know what happened? This is
Yeah.
what happened. That's because you get every time people have your team in their mouth. You were declared America's team, and I'm so unfortunate to say, 30 years, and I'm not
Yeah, but
doing this to be racket. That happens because you say you were proclaimed by another person other than ownership, whatever, America's team. Now you got to target your back.
what does
Your
America's team
target.
have to do with all the stations talking about us every day? That's nothing to do with it. I'm just saying, even as a Cowboy, I understand how other fan base feel, but some Cowboy fans feel the same way. We don't want to be talked about every day. Leave us alone. We want to just go play football. If somebody does something bad, good or indifferent,
Exactly.
who cares? If somebody does something bad in on Minnesota or on in Arizona, you don't hear about it on First Take or Get Up or all these other stations. That's the way it should be. But unfortunately, like you said, we got labeled that America's team, whoever did it years
There you
ago. And
go.
sometimes, yeah, sometimes it's a curse. You're right, Jess. I agree with. That I agree with 100%. But
And
can't blame
sometimes
the fans for that.
and sometimes it's good just to hear about the other teams. Not
Yes,
you don't want to hear about
And
your
there
team
you
like
go.
Oscar speaking about. Uh, and we're gonna get to CZ next. And Jimbo said Terrence Parsons is the only one causing any static. He's a goof. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Terrence
he is a good.
Parsons is
Oh,
mad
that was
because
ridiculous.
Terrence Parsons and Michael Parsons wanted Michael to be he wanted to be a cowboy for life. He wanted to retire a cowboy. And that's the situation when they talk about Rashawn Gary. He been talking bad about Rashawn Gary. You know what I'm saying? And it's all based off because we got Rashawn Gary and Michael Parsons over there with the Packers. He wasn't talking bad about Rashawn Gary when he's with the Packers and his brother was over there. He didn't say nothing about Rashawn Gary. And now that Rashawn Gary is over here with the Cowboys, now he got so much to say about Rashawn Gary.
But Terrence was made a fool on a podcast saying, "Oh, there's a contract. I'm telling you, there's a contract being made between him and Dallas." Week later, bang, goodbye.
Yeah.
His butt hurts.
You got a big contract from that, though.
I'm gonna say, CZ, what you got?
Oh, Jerry, I think he's just having fun on the yacht right now. I
Yeah,
don't want to think too much of that. If he wants to say something, he'll say something. It doesn't matter much to me about that. The you know the Cowboys are the richest team in the NFL, so you're gonna get talked about constantly. ESPN, whoever, they're just gonna talk about it. Gonna hear stories about Dak's Hall of Famer, Dak's considered MVP already of this league. You're just gonna hear a bunch of crap. It's just normal football stuff when football's not.
exactly.
It's just a bunch of crap that we're hearing.
Once again,
Yeah,
the
go
big
ahead.
heads talking.
Yeah, talking heads just talking.
Mhm.
We hear it all the time.
Jimbo said that Lord Dallas Radio was talking about Terrence and Okoye media going at it on X yesterday. I think. Why does he still care what goes on in Dallas? Because he wanted
Exactly.
his brothers to be here. I heard that on 103.5. Like he wanted his brothers. They thought they was finna. Michael Parsons going to retire Cowboy. That's what they was expecting. That's what they was looking for. And it didn't happen. So he's bitter about that. He's very bitter about that not being a Cowboy. Michael Parsons still in his heart is a Cowboy. He still got a house here. He didn't want to leave Dallas. He didn't want to leave Dallas. Y'all, excuse me. Y'all can talk. My sinuses. My sinuses bother.
He was chasing him in the Pro Bowl. When the Pro Bowl, he was in a wheelchair chasing him. Like, come on, please.
Yeah, he was all over it. He didn't want to leave. He should have just. Well, I don't know. I'm glad he's gone in a way, Jesse, because, like I said, it gave you more opportunity, more options with the money, with the picks, with the plays you got. As great as
Yep.
he is, sometimes you need 3, 4. We needed a lot of holes, and Micah wasn't the answer at the time. Not that he's not a great player. He's always going to be a great player. I mean, he was on pace to have 15, 16 sacks last year if he didn't get hurt. So he's always going to do
Uh,
well wherever he goes. But the problem is, we needed a lot more than a Micah Parsons. We had a lot of more holes to fill. So I think the trade was inevitable, and it was great for us because we needed those picks. We needed that extra money. We needed everything that we can get out of the Parsons trade. So for us, I think it was a good thing. Do I still like Micah Parsons? Of course, he's a great player. When he plays against us, I don't want him to succeed, but if he goes on and gets 15, 20 sacks, good for him. Yes, it's going to go back. It's going to backlash. We're going to get backlash from it that we let a great player go, but sometimes you got to let a great player go to build your team in a better way. So a lot of the other teams let great players go and got better. Not saying that's going to happen with us. That still has to be proven. Like you said, we can talk about all we want for the next 2 months, 3 months, but it's all got to be proven on the field. So right now, the trade, you can say whatever you want. It's because Micah's hurt. If Micah wasn't hurt, he's still a great player. He would have got 16 sacks last year. Did we win the trade or did they win the trade? You see what I'm saying? So right now, you just got to let it play out. It's going to take, I believe CZ or somebody said it's going to take a year or so, maybe a little longer to see who won the trade. And I don't even care if we won the trade or not. Just look, if our team got better and we can improve from it, it don't matter to me if who won the trade. That's baby shit to me. It's irrelevant to me. If they got better and we got better, that's great. That's what teams are supposed to do when they make trades. They do it in basketball, they do it in baseball, they do it in hockey. Both teams are supposed to improve, not just one team. So Boston got better for it. I mean, excuse me, Green Bay got better for it. And the Cowboys hopefully got better from it. So we'll see. Now, they're going to pay for it? I don't know. Because, look how many plays now they have to cut or they can't re-sign or whatever because of the Parsons contract. So we're going to see how that works out,
But the nail on the coffin was when he laid out on a damn stretcher in entire view of the entire NFL.
Yeah, that was
on
terrible.
TV.
I think
that was a nail in the coffin.
The thing is, Mike is gone. Why should he even be being talked about in Dallas?
Yeah, you're right.
Is this talking about Micah Parsons? Is this going to go on for years?
Well, who keeps bringing him up, CZ? Is it his brother that keeps bringing his shit up all the time?
Brother.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to what Michael Parsons' brother Michael Parsons said. It just seems like he's gone. Why care? Why care what his brother says or anything like that?
That's true.
Either you guys want him back or that badly, or some.
Well, it was only brought up because Jimbo put it in the chat. So I
was just talking about the overall message, because it seems like everybody and their moms are always talking about Micah Parsons on.
Yeah, he comes up often. Yeah, I agree with CC.
Yeah, he does, and it ain't nothing that I would have. It wouldn't have been a topic for tonight. I don't look at those type of things. Even when somebody said something after the live stream when we the 2 live streams ago when we said the topic was I think it was Michael Parsons trade. Why trading Michael Parsons was the best thing for Christian Parker. They took that title as though it was about Michael Parsons. No, that title was because trading Michael Parsons is why we have Quentin Williams and Kenny Clark. That live stream was not about Michael Parsons. We didn't even mention Michael Parsons much in it, other than saying about the trade. There's no hard feelings. Michael Parsons is a great pass rusher. Let's get that understood. He's a great pass rusher.
Yes.
We never took that away from Michael Parsons. but it was all about the trade. I like the fact that we was able to get it. I've seen trades when it comes to the Cowboys. They didn't get nothing from it. We traded Amari Cooper for a 5th-round draft pick. A 5th-round draft pick when he was in his prime. We traded him for a 5th-round draft pick. So that topic was based off what the compensation we got from that trade and the players we was able to get from that trade.
What was his nickname?
Having those two big defensive tackles, Quentin Williams, who is an All-Pro, who's someday going to be a damn Hall of Famer, and having Kenny Clark down there with him, who's a good D tackle. I love it. I love it. Because we ain't been able to stop the run within the last 4-5 years. I love it. So we couldn't stop the run, and teams are able to dictate running the ball on us whenever they felt, however they felt, however way they chose, and then passing the ball. Like, your defense sucked. Go ahead if anybody want to.
Yeah, I want to say something here. The way I look at this is Terrence Parson, his brother, is an idiot. He says things that don't make sense. He's something. He's bitter at the Cowboys because they traded his brother. That's the bottom line. And you know what? We may have. I'm not saying we did, but we may have turned our defense around on one trade because of all the players we got back in return for Parsons. You got to remember, we also got Malachi Lawrence. We got the 2 4th-round picks from Philadelphia for trading down 3 spots. So we got a Kenny Clark, Quentin Williams. So we got a lot of players. We didn't just start rebuilding this year. We started rebuilding last year. I'm not saying we're going to be the best team in the world this year. I'm not. But with the trade that we did for Micah Parsons, we put ourselves in a very, very good position. Whereas if we had kept Parsons, we wouldn't have had 4 or 5 of these players we're going to be counting on this year. That's the way I look at it.
Well, the same thing, Randy. The same way everybody's talking about when he got rid of Sexy Dexy Lawrence here. We got rid of him because he didn't want to be here. He didn't like the scheme, didn't like the coach, and we ended up with a 10th-round pick.
No, it wasn't that he didn't like your scheme, is it? It wasn't that he just wanted to be paid.
The coach didn't go. He didn't like the coach. Well,
I don't know. I just heard he just wanted.
I'm telling you what I know. What I researched it, and they said he was a cancer to the team. They didn't get along. So if the head coach doesn't get along with him, and he wants more money, and no, you get rid of him, just like you guys got rid of that cancer you had, and we had a 10th-round pick. We ended up with the guy we could have picked up in the fifth spot. We ended up with the old line man, Maui Noah, that we needed anyway, and we got him. So sometimes addition by subtraction, as Randy says. You guys had good players doing what you had to do. So did we. So
and then you can use that money for other players. Yeah, the money you were paying for other players. Like I said before, it wasn't just what we got in the trade. The money you were going to spend on him, you could spread it out and get other players.
Oh my! Exactly.
So, how much were you paying Dexter Lawrence? $28 million.
Yeah, about 28. He wanted more. So we gave him a bonus last year. I'm like, no.
So use that 28 million and spread it around, and hopefully get players on offense.
More players.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
Sometimes it's a win for both teams. Not just one team.
True.
That's the goal.
Give you an example, like you guys think we did.
Get better. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. It's a team.
And Kid Cowboy. DeMarcus Lawrence was happy he left because him and Michael Parsons didn't get along. That's why D-Law wanted to leave. That's why he left. Him and Michael Parsons did not get along at all. And to Jimbo's question, Jimbo said, Lord, do you think Quentin Williams will get paid before the season starts? He need to. How you gonna trade away a 1st-round draft pick and a 2nd-round draft pick and not extend this guy? Because if they don't, then you wasted your draft picks. They should have did that as soon as he got as soon as they made that trade and got here. That's what they should have did. They should have been working on Quentin Williams' contract because they had to see something in him to give up a first round and a second round draft pick. So now, if you don't sign him before the season started or when the season started, like it really looks bad. It really looks bad. I can understand if you don't want to sign GP, though I would love to have GP sign him or however way. But Quentin Williams, you have to sign. You gave up too much for him. You have to sign him. You have to give him an extension. Anybody else want to say something about that?
Yeah, I believe they will because or else it's a waste. But you know what? And not only that, they'll save $15 million against the cap if they do. So I don't know why. I spoke to Randy about this. I don't know why they haven't done it. I thought he'd be one of the first that they restructure or extend when they started, doing all the to get more extra money to get players and free agency and whatever else they were doing. I thought he'd be one of the first players they would take care of. This way they can tie him in for 3-4 years, and they also would have saved $15 million against the cap. So I don't understand why they're taking so long with him. I believe it's going to get done because they're not going to waste a 1 and a second for him. And also, you can add $15 million to your salary cap, and he's also young, so you can extend him for a couple of years. Because right now he's costing $25, $26 million against the cap, $52 million for 2 years. So they're trying to bring that down to like 14, 15. In order to do that, you got to extend them. What they waiting for, I don't know. They said they were going to extend guys and do them as they needed the money, but he's a guy that he's going to be here long term. So I don't understand why not do it. This makes no sense. I mean, are they losing money by not doing it? Not really, but they are because you're going to have another $15 million against the. You're not really losing money because he's under contract for 2 years, $52 million. So he's still going to get that $52 million regardless. But if you extend them, you can extend the contract out, and this year will cost you less against the salary cap. So instead of 26, it'll cost you 11, 12. You save $15 million, $14 million. So that's my only thing. I don't understand why they haven't done it yet. Because I thought they'd do him way before they did Clark. Clark's 31. He's on his downside. Williams is not. He's, I'm not saying he's going to be 100 times better than he was last year, the year before, but he's in his prime. So that's a little confusing to me why they haven't yet. So, it remains to be seen. But I think they will. Like Vinny says, I think they will. Just don't know what they're waiting for.
What up, Bleed Blue? What up, Clemente?
Bleed Clemente.
Yeah, I think that it was a bigger hit. The reason they went on and did Clark because he was a bigger hit than Quentin Williams. But a lot of people thought that they was probably gonna get rid of Clark or trade Clark. But once they did Kenny Clark, they should have just went on and did Quentin Williams. They should have just went on and did Quentin Williams. It shouldn't have been no hesitation. You knew off the rip that you wasn't gonna give George Pickens the contract. You knew you was gonna have him playing on the franchise tag, so why not go on and sign him to an extension? Now, if you wanna talk about a gripe when it comes to the front office with Jerry Jones, these are the gripes that we have when it comes to them. Why not?
Lloyd,
Why are you waiting?
Lloyd, I think it's not Jerry. I think this is a Stephen Jones thing.
It's all Steve.
I agree. I agree.
Okay, why is he waiting then? Whoever's in charge. Let's just say that. Go ahead.
We all know Stephen Jones is notoriously cheap.
Cat boy.
He's gonna I think he's just gonna wait to sign out the defensive tackle Williams. Because he's gonna try to squeeze every little thing out. If he doesn't have a good year, he can come back to this guy and say, "Hey, you did this. This is stats. This is what we want to pay you." He's gonna try to cheap, lowball people.
You know what? A lot of people say, CZ, can't wait till Jerry's gone. Can't wait till Jerry's gone. You want to know? You better not wish what you hope for. Whatever, however the saying goes, don't because I'm going through with the Yankees. Ever since with Steinbrenner go, his son took over, and he has no clue what the hell he's doing. So, if everybody thinks it's going to be better when Jerry's gone, they got another thing coming.
It's what we've been saying. It's what we've been saying for the longest. Stephen Jones is worse. He's worse.
Two differences, guys. This guy, Jerry, brought it back, went almost in bankruptcy to raise his team. Steven has the royalty because he didn't know what poverty is, and he thinks he's a spoiled brat. I'm sorry. That's what he is, a spoiled brat.
Yeah, you're right, Jesse. It's the Knicks owner, too. He's trying to dismantle the team. He's trying because he don't know. He got it all handed to him. Yes, he did a great job with the GM to put it together. And now you're trying to get rid of everybody to save a few dollars. You're one of the richest teams in the league. Whether it's the Cowboys, the Yankees, or the Knicks, or the teams with the money, just get it done. These kids are worse. Ask me why, I have no idea. So if everybody's waiting for Jerry to go to make things better, I don't know about that one. I'm not saying it won't be, but I don't know about that one.
Clemente, before I get to your what you said in the chat, let me read this. Kid Cowboy said, "Why did D-Ward leave? Because him and Michael Parsons didn't get along. That's why he left."
Is he talking about? Did he talk about the Lawrence or DeMarcus Ware?
Then he also talked about the offense.
Everybody knows that.
Defense stayed out on the field for too long too.
No, what? No. D-Ward said that they was. He just said that they was tired. He never mentioned the offense.
Oh, okay.
But him and Michael Parsons did not get along.
Yeah.
You saw it on the sideline. It was heard in the locker room. Malik Hooker spoke about it in an interview. He spoke about it in an interview. D-Word and you heard even Leighton Vander Esch had to tell Michael Parsons one time, like, bro, stop trying to be the hero and just stay in your gap. You know what I'm saying? A lot of players did not get along with Michael Parsons. A lot of players. It wasn't just D-Law. It was a lot of players that didn't get along with Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons was all about sex. Michael Parsons wanted to be the sack leader. He wanted to make sure Michael Parsons' goal was to be the sack leader. That's all he wanted to do. He wanted to be the sack leader. Blue is in the house because I know it had to be Blue to put me on the screen like that. So Blue is in the fucking house. What up, Blue?
And put that damn weed down.
But yeah, yeah. But D-Law did not get along with Michael Parsons at all. But I want to read this chat from Clemente. Clemente said that, Lord, me and Vinny was in another chat where the special guest was Vach. I asked him what the deal with CP is. Is he coaching from the sidelines or the booth? He said it looks like he'll be in the booth. I like coordinators, especially defensive coordinators, being in the booth. This is the reason why I like coordinators being in the booth, because they're able to see everything.
What up, Logan?
Not just on the sideline. They're able to see everything from a top view. So if CP is going to be in the booth, I like that. I like that. That's why Brian Schottenheimer told Eberflus to go there. Look, your defense sucks. You need to see what's going on. Take your ass to the booth. And it still didn't work out for him.
You know what it's called, Lloyd? Lloyd, you know what it's called? It's called in the military, we say for artillery, a forward observer. It in the back, watching everything in a high hill, calling for fire. So that's the same thing we talk about.
I don't care if CP is on the sideline or in the booth. As long as he can produce, that's what matters to me. That's what matters to me. If he's better in the booth, then be your ass in the booth. If I think he's hired the coaching staff to where the coaching staff is going to be hyped on defense. I just feel that. I just feel that this coaching staff is this coaching staff is nice. I love it. But if CP feels that he needs to be in the booth, then go to the booth. If he's gonna be on sideline, go to sideline. We just want him to win. We just want him to win. Jimbo said, Lord, I was actually surprised to hear that CP would be in the booth. He comes off as a hands a hands-on technical kind of coach. But like I said, he's a smart guy, so I wouldn't be concerned about it. With that being said, Jimbo, then he should be on the sideline instead of the booth.
Yeah, I would like to have him on the side.
Yeah, because when something don't go right or the player is not in his gap, you can pull him to the side and you can have that talk with him. You can't do that in the booth. Yeah, you can call. They call him.
No shit. Sirianni should be in this booth.
You want that? They call him. They go answer the phone and everything. But you want that face-to-face type of conversation. You know what I'm saying? Instead of the phone thing, you want that face-to-face conversation. So I prefer that way over all the ways. So I mean,
didn't Quinn run the defense from the booth?
Yeah, at the end.
At the end, he did. At first, he was on the sideline.
Runs it from the booth. Jesse, why do you think Sirianni needs to be in the booth?
Because every time, once in a while, he makes a goofball of himself. Put him in the damn there and call plays from there.
He's
So
a head coach.
He's a head coach. You gotta, head coach gotta be on the side.
You don't want the head coach in the booth. Why would you want the head coach in the booth?
Who's out calling the plays?
I know, I'm bucking.
What head coach has been in the booth, Jesse?
None.
That'd be
He'd be the first. I'm just teasing.
They can be do on their own. That's why we have an assistant coach.
Blue, welcome,
man. Welcome, you guys.
Back. What you got for
back
us,
for another day, guys?
Oh, thank you.
I'm just excited that we're having a show. Sorry I was late, you guys. My bad. I was having dinner. Ran a little late, and Lloyd was rushing me. He said to hurry my ass up. And,
you bullshit. I did not say that. So I told you to take your time.
No, he said take my time. No, I'm playing with you guys. But did anyone say happy birthday to CZ?
Yes,
Good.
You can tell.
Happy, bro. No, I know he doesn't want to. I just wanted to see if anyone said it. I just wanted to kind of throw that out there,
Oh boy.
What's going on, Bruce? What's going on, Steel?
Hey, but it's 4th of July, everybody. It's coming up in 2 days. Everyone excited for that? Everyone ready and be safe for it?
Yeah, I'll be working.
Oh, I'll be working. Okay. Randy.
Yeah, all right. I work on the 4th too. So
I don't mind. It's a nice day.
I don't mind it. It's one of those days where you can actually work and actually watch the event still from your work.
What?
You have to. Well, no, it's fireworks. It's really what it is. Really.
We have the hot dog eating contest by me right up the block. ESPN will be here at 12 o'clock. They'll have the hot dog eating contest, and then at nighttime they got the fireworks. So it's nice. It's a nice time.
You're still part of it. You're still part of the time. The good time.
Oscar, you in it?
What?
Hot dog competition? Are you?
That's crazy. They eat 60, 70 hot dogs. That's crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. My stomach would be like 2 or 3. I'm done.
2 of them. That's enough for me, man.
Where's Momo? I call him the Washington disaster. Put him in there.
I'll tell you what. I like to date the girl that eats 52 hot dogs.
Hey, can I ask y'all a question?
Maybe it will cost you a little bit. Go right ahead, look.
What are you gonna ask?
Who was the Cowboys' leading tackler last year?
Leading tackle.
Sheesh. Hold on.
Google it.
No,
I'm gonna try not to Google it.
Yeah, I know who it is. I knew it during the season, but I was just trying to see if anybody remember who that was.
Was it Odigizua?
I'm gonna give y'all a clue. He was a rookie.
Not Rebels. Not Rebels.
Was it Raku?
It was Shamar James.
Oh, I would have never gamed. Oh, someone said James. I believe it was James.
It was
Cuz said it. D-Cuz said it.
Damn, I should have looked at the chat.
Yeah, Clemente said it. Yeah, Clemente said it. Yeah, Bleed Blue said it. Yeah, it was Shamar James. Shamar James was our leading tackler, y'all.
Wow.
Y'all think this man ain't trying to get a starting position? He was our leading tackler. He's fast. I think he had more sacks than Donovan Walker.
And that was a rookie?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he was
he's a
playing
rookie too.
linebacker.
Yeah.
He was playing linebacker. He was playing middle linebacker.
With under Eberflus's too defense.
That's
They
because
give the
Murray couldn't
small.
stop a freaking leak.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it out.
Oh, not your Greek.
Yeah, Shamar James played last year. He was our rookie. He was a rookie last year.
Wow. Well, it's pretty damn good then. Oh, what do you think? Is he going to improve then? Do you think they're under?
Yeah.
this
They
defense?
that's the thing about it. Shamar James. I've heard them talk about him. I've heard them talk about Barham. If that's why they're not really pushing for middle linebackers, because CP believes in what he has for us, the young guys, the speed. Like, you got to look at it. It's two linebackers on our team that started off playing as safeties. Demarion Overshawn and Shamar James. They started out playing safeties. Both of them are fast. Both of them are quick. Shamar James led this team in tackles. You know what I'm saying? And Demarion Overshawn, he just got to prove that he can stay healthy. So, with D Winters and Jayshawn Barham, like, CP feels that he has a core. That's why he brought in the linebackers coach that he brought in from Georgia. He brought him in for a reason. He feels that he has a core when it comes to these linebackers. D Winters, when Fred Warner went out, who you think had the red dot in San Fran? It was D Winters. I mean, not the red dot, but the green dot. It was D Winters. He had the green dot. Fred Warner was hurt for the rest of the season. They went to the playoffs. D Winters was balling his ass off. Fast, just as fast as Shamar James, just as fast as Demarion Overshawn. So that's a core that CP feels that he has that he can work with. And if you think that Shamar James, we done added a rookie and Jayshawn Barham, and then you got Demarion Overshawn, and we just added D Winters, and you think if you think that Shamar James just finna be like, hey, y'all got, yeah, come in, y'all. No, that boy finna play his ass off. Shamar Revel said he gonna be the best corner in the league. That's what he said. That boy said he's gonna be. That's something serious for that to come out your mouth.
Worley, be careful what you're saying there, buddy.
He said that. He said he's eventually going to be the best corner in the league. That's the confidence that he has. I mean, I don't like it. I like it, but you of course you got to show us. So that's why I say that when you have people that say that we don't have the talent, that's just your opinion for you to say that we don't have the talent. What you feel is talent. Everybody that gets drafted is talented. It's about what the coaches can get out of those players. You ain't just getting drafted just to be getting drafted. You're getting drafted because you are talented. Every player in the NFL that comes to the NFL has some type of talent.
Yeah.
And if you're playing in the NFL, you have some type of talent. It's all about what the coaches can bring. It's all about what the coaches what they can get out of you as a player, and can they make you better for developing you as a player. Anybody else got something to say about that?
Well, I did say something of it last week. That's why maybe in a way they're not getting any big names or anything like that. Spend the money. Let's see what we have. If it's going to take a minute or two to get this defense together, that's fine. That's okay. But you know what? Then let's see what we have with the young guys. You know, you're gonna if you keep bringing all these veterans and big money guys or Brooks. Which listen, there will be a big help. I'm not saying it won't, but maybe there's another way of looking at it in his way, and this is his way. It's not our choice. It's his choice to do it this way. He wants to see what he has before he makes his next move, and I'm okay with that. See what these young guys can do. You want to keep bringing in all these band aids to cover up all these wounds. How are we ever going to know what the issue really is? So stop bringing in. You know, I'm not saying not to, but you know, you bring in a guy like Brooks, that's going to stop other guys from developing. You bring in a guy like at a corner, you're going to stop Ravel from developing. You know, sometimes you got to just see what you have before stop. Don't panic. See what you have, and then move on from there. You got the trade deadline. You got free agents you can pick up. You got next year's draft to keep building. So sometimes let's see what you have and then feel your team out 5th, 6th week, 7th. Then you feel out what you need, what you don't. Then you try to make a couple of moves if need fit. You know, to go overboard right now and fill it up with all these big names, sometimes it's not the best thing to do. You know, listen, I'm just as upset as everybody else for not getting a linebacker. I wanted plenty of them. I still want Brooks from Miami. But if we got what we got, like Lloyd always says, we're stuck with Dak. We're stuck with Dak. Let's see what happens. We stuck with everybody we got on the team right now. That's what we have. Let's see what we can do with it. That's it. Then you know, I'm pretty sure they'll make some other moves and fill up some holes here and there. But in the meantime, let these young kids play. How are we ever going to get their full potential if we don't see them play? You know, Eagles were fortunate. You know, they had great young players, and they had veterans that can come in and fill in case the young players messed up or got hurt or whatever. You know, we didn't have that luxury. So, and we still don't have that luxury. I don't, you know. So, with that being said, somebody's got to do it. So let the young kids do it. I'd rather you have a young 23, 24-year-old kid come out and play and see what he has than just keep paying people to come in and do something that two other guys, you know, other people can do. So that's just me. I'm okay with the way they're building it. That's just my opinion.
So this
Well,
is the
Mike,
thing.
I was
This,
going to ask you a question there, guys.
wait a minute before you ask the question. Just let me say this.
Sure.
And I'm gonna say this. Put this chat out that No Face put up in here before I say what I got to say. No Face said that he'll be back. He said neighbor shooting a bottle rocket. It hit his
Oh
house.
man,
He said he an Eagles fan. So
this is what I'm
no
talking
Face,
about.
don't do nothing crazy because he an Eagles fan. All right. But check this out. This is what I say. It's all about the coaches bringing the best out your players. All right. We drafted a corner. All right. We did in the later rounds. Uh, he ended up going to 49ers and being a damn star under Robert Saleh. All right. You have certain coaches that are able to coach. We've brought in veterans. To help the rookies. We have veterans on this team. Even without bringing in veterans, we have veterans and we've brought in veterans to help the rookies on this team. If Christian Parker is this teacher that everybody speaks about, I think Christian Parker is fine with what he has at this particular point right now. I feel that Christian Parker feels that he can get the best out of the players that we have right now. Though they have pushed for Jordan Brooks, though they have pushed for Max Crosby. But the players we've brought in are Christian Parker players. They're not Jerry Jones players. They're not Stephen Jones players. They're not Brian Schottenheimer players. These play PJ Locke played under Christian Parker. Rashawn Gary played in Green Bay when Christian Parker was a part of the team. Fucking Caleb Downs is Christian Parker type player. Malachi Lawrence is Christian Parker type player. Jalen Thompson, Christian Parker type player. These are players that Christian. I don't care what anybody has to say otherwise. No, Jerry Jones brought these players in. He didn't know these players. He couldn't tell you these. He probably still can't tell you their fucking names. Jerry Jones didn't know shit about these players. Stephen Jones didn't know shit about these players. Brian Schottenheimer is an offensive guy. He ain't know shit about no goddamn PJ Locker, no goddamn Kobe Durant, or no Jalen Thompson. You ain't finna sit here and try to convince me that he knew about these players. These players, these coaches are CP's hires. CP's players. So if CP is coming in and he's the teacher that everybody outside of the Cowboys has been speaking about before he even came to this team, you get all these kudos about Christian Parker when he was being interviewed with us. It was either him or Jim Leonard. If he is this type of coach that everybody speaks about, why not trust his process? Not saying that his process is going to take 2 and 3 years. It could. It could, but the players not expecting it. The players are locked in. They're not expecting it to take 2 or 3 years. So if you have the players on one accord,
hey, get ready
with the coach, who's to say that this cannot change within 1 year? We've had players on one accord with Dan Quinn. Marquise Bell, who's nothing right now, played linebacker under Dan Quinn's scheme. He's a safety and was moved to linebacker under Dan Quinn's scheme. You got Jaron Kearse, who was the third string safety on another team with Seattle and came here and was a fucking starter. And we was a top 10 defense. For anybody to come in and say that this defense cannot change, it's fucking crazy. That's why I don't listen to it. Because we've seen it. The more we say we've seen it, not saying that it will, we said that it can. We've seen these things. We've seen these things. For those who say that we don't have talent on our team, we have Rashawn Gary, we have Quentin Will, we have Kenny Clark, we have an all-pro. Ron Bland was a fucking all-pro. Let's get that understood. We have Jalen Thompson, who is a top 10 safety in the league. It's 32 teams. You got 2 safety positions on each team starting. He's the top 10 safety in the league. Kobe Durant had 4 interceptions in the season and 2 in the playoffs. More than any corner we had on our team. We had Rashawn Gary. We got Rashawn Gary. We got Donovan Walker, who we drafted over Jahad Campbell, who was the leading sacker in college. But the Eagles speak about Jahad Campbell so highly, who had no sacks last season, who had only 40 tackles last season. But they speak so highly of him. But we can't speak highly of our players, our rookies, or our second-year players. That don't make sense to me. It don't make sense to me.
It's because they haven't won a Super Bowl yet. That's what they'll say. Or they haven't proved it. But how else do you got to prove it?
But if we just talking football, everything ain't always about every team is striving to win Super Bowls. But when you're talking football, let's talk football. You got the Eagles when they got what's his name?
Bernard.
Tariq Woolen, who was benched last season. Who they are expecting to be better than Adoree Jackson.
I don't think that's a high benchmark there.
Well, because of the
Just saying.
coaching, that's understandable.
You're right.
But the thing about it is he was benched last year. So it was
That's
evidently
crazy.
it was something he was doing wrong. He was benched last year.
West Virginia.
The only reason he
Well,
came back into the starting lineup because the guy was hurt.
Was it his talent or was it his attitude?
I think it was his attitude.
Yeah, that's what I think so.
No, that was sitting you down real quick.
No. If you go back and watch Tariq Woolen, it wasn't just because his attitude. It was also because Tariq Woolen has no speed.
But
if you're not playing him, in a zone, if you're gonna play Tariq, and y'all, I've heard Eagle people say that y'all got Tariq Woolen to stop George Pickens. Put him one-on-one with George Pickens and see what happens. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it.
I don't know if that's what's. I don't think. I think Quinyon Mitchell's going to be on Pickens.
So you gonna put Tariq Woolen on CeeDee Lamb?
CeeDee Lamb's a slot receiver. He almost like
no. See, he played 60-some snaps, 60% of the snaps on the outside. Everybody keeps saying that CeeDee Lamb is a slot receiver. He just moves around. No, he played more on the outside this year than he has any other year.
Yeah, even Twiz is even saying it. Yeah, it's Woolen. Woolen's going to be on Pickens. So.
Yeah, that's what they've been saying. They got Woolen to cover George Pickens. George Pickens is going to eat his ass up one-on-one. He's going to eat his ass up one-on-one. You better have a safety up there. Some. But I've seen him catch on safety and a corner on y'all. So, I mean, I'm just saying, this is not me trolling. I'm just speaking in general. So if y'all able to pick up players like this and think that y'all are better, why can't we feel that we are better than what we were, the worst defense in the league? I'm just saying. It's not like I said. It's not UCZ. It's not.
Well, it's not even trolling, Lloyd. It's not trolling.
It's not trolling in general.
It's your point. You're right. You got a guy like Woolen that maybe is a little slow or disciplinary action or whatever. But
I'm listening. I ain't saying nothing.
You bring him over to a top 5 defense, top 3 defense, with all those leaders, and a great coach can change him around. And I agree, he can. He might be. Yeah, I agree, he can. And it could be one of the top cornerback duo, or they could be one of the top secondaries in the league. I agree with that. So, but your point is, then why can't our coach do it with our players? So if certain coaches like Fangio, who's got a record, a great record, can do it with Woolen, why can't our coach do it with our players? Because but to make the answer a little more simpler, it's because he's proven it. That's what I think. Maybe that's the difference between us and them. I'm not. It had nothing to do with the Eagles. We're just talking because we're all talking division.
Football.
Yeah, I'm not talking. I don't want to go back and forth the Eagle Cowboys, but it's because they're a little more proven. Fangio's proved it to take certain plays and take it to the next level and win. We haven't proven it with our players, with our coaches. Even though Christian Parker was part of their success, he's got to prove it without Fangio. So I think maybe that's where the separation is, and there's some truth to that. There's a lot to say with that being said. That he's got to prove it on his own.
Prove it. Yeah,
Fangio don't have to prove it without Christian Parker. Christian Parker's got to prove it without Fangio. So I agree totally. He's going to make our defense better, our players better. But that's where I think where the separation is. They think we're trying to compare it to their talent, their coaches, and we're not. We're only trying to compare it to what we had last year. We're not trying to compare Christian Parker to Fangio. We're not trying to compare Ravel to Quentin Mitchell. We're not trying to compare anybody we have to their plays. We know they got a lot of top-end talent on their defense. But we have to prove it. And that's where I think the separation is. We're not trying to compare it to them. We're not trying to compare it to the Giants defense, Seattle. We're trying to compare it to what we had last year. So if you tell me Christian Parker is not an upgrade from what we had last year, and any of these plays we picked up, whether it's 6, 7, 8, 9, I don't even know at this point, is not better than what we had last year. That's where the misunderstanding is. That's where we're excited. Of course, we have better plays. Now, again, go back to what Jesse said. We got to prove it, and that's all.
There you go.
That's all good and dandy. I get all that, but in the meantime, we have to be excited. We can't, we believe we could, with this coaching staff and these players, be better. We're not saying we're gonna be top 2, 3, 4, 5 winners, but that's not what we're saying. People, they got to understand something. We are comparing and shell shock from what we went through last year. So if you get a guy like Christian Parker and all these extra talented players, like we got, like you said, the safety that was a top 10 and Downs and and all these other players we got, Rashawn Gary, Quentin Williams. We have to be better. No, there's no way. I mean, can we worse? Some people say yes, we can. I don't see that. I don't see us being worse. How much better? Then that remains to be seen. But you got to take baby steps. Go ahead. Go ahead, Lloyd.
I don't mean to cut you off, Austin.
No, you're not coming on.
I'm finna kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah. Tariq Woolen did run a 4.2. He ran a 4.26.
Blue, I'll be right back.
In the combine, he did. But because of his injuries, that shit has dwindled down. If you've watched Tariq Woodland, if you've watched him, you would know that he don't have that same speed anymore. Out of college, he's 27 years old. Coming out of college, he ran a 4.26 in college. He did. I ain't gonna sugarcoat that. He did, but he slowed down. Injuries slow your ass down. Kid Cowboy said that Oscar, you said that we're not trying to compare. Kid Cowboy said, Lord is, I'm going to tell you how I'm not trying to compare. Because guess what? The Cowboys was talking about getting Tariq Woolen. All right. If the Cowboys had got Tariq Woolen, guess what? Everybody else would be saying about Tariq Woolen. If the Cowboys had got Tariq Woolen, it wouldn't be about what we're saying about Tariq Woolen. It's not about because the Eagles got him. But if the Cowboys had got him, everything that I'm saying, the Eagles would be saying the same goddamn thing, or even worse. So it's not about me trying to compare the two. It's me bringing the facts about when it comes to Tariq Woolen. He was fucking benched. He wasn't just benched because of how he is on the field. He also was benched because he was getting his ass ate up. Go back and watch the tape. Go back and watch the film. But if the Cowboys had got Tariq Woolen, which I'll be still saying the same thing about Tariq Woolen if he was with the Cowboys. Hell to the fuck no, you wouldn't. And that's keeping it 100. I'm not knocking it. But don't knock my take on Tariq Woolen when you would have the same take if the Cowboys had got Tariq Woolen. That's the difference. How would you be looking at Tariq Woolen if he had came to the Cowboys? Would you still be talking about, hey, he ran a 4.2? Would you still be saying it was all because of on the field issues, the issues he was having on the field, he
There's
wasn't disciplined.
Every time they're
Would you be saying that because if he had came to the Cowboys, you'd have all types of excuses. That's the thing.
Yeah, like making excuses up for us, and it's they're not gonna do anything because it's Dallas and blah 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 blah. And
honestly, all I care about is him being better than George Jackson. If he's better than George Jackson, I'm happy.
So that's gonna be an improvement, you think?
And what if he's not?
Then he's
that's a disappointment.
Yeah, Dude, if he's not better than George Jackson, yeah. Like, he shouldn't be in the league.
Because your cockiness on the field can get your ass burnt up on the field.
We got to talk.
Check out Marshawn Lattimore. If somebody put that shit in on somebody's Twitter feed talking about some Cowboys trying to give Marshawn Lattimore, why? The fuck? What the hell we gonna do with Marshawn Lattimore? Why would we want him?
I think Pickett's broke that boy.
Pickens, AJ Brown, fucking, I done seen what's his name? Amon-Ra St. Look, there's nothing that I would want with Marshawn Lattimore. It's nothing. I would have took my chances going to get that damn slot corner from the Colts. Kenny Moore. The fuck? No, it's nothing. It's nothing. But like I said, the Cowboys, we wanted Tariq Woolen too. We did.
Oh.
But when we were saying that we'll get Tariq Woolen, it was all types of backlash about Tariq Woolen. Now that the Eagles has Tariq Woolen, oh yeah, he's gonna be. He's
gonna be an all-pro. He's gonna be the best. He's gonna do all.
See what they're looking at. I'm gonna tell you what they're looking at. They look at this as being like a Darrelle Reeves and Antonio Cromartie type situation. It's not. They gonna hate fucking Tariq Woolen just like they hated fucking Bradbury. They gonna hate Tariq Woolen just like they hated Bradbury.
Oh, you forgot about Nandi. You forgot about Nandi Asamoah too, right?
Well, he played Namdi. When Namdi came, you had the two top corners in the league with Namdi, and you had Darrelle Reeves. Namdi, his first 2 years, he played. Namdi was good when he got that big contract, and his and some dealing with his wife, the girl he married. All that changed.
Mm-hmm.
Namdi Asamoah was him and Darrelle Reeves in the league was two of the top corners when he was with the Raiders. I wanted Namdi Asamoah. I did. I want the Cowboys to get him.
And what happened?
They were the two top corners in the league. So I ain't gonna compare him to Namdi Asamoah because he was labeled as a shutdown corner at the time when he was with the Raiders. That's why the Eagles got him. But Tariq Woolen ain't been labeled as no damn shutdown corner. Darrelle Reeves and Namdi Asamoah was two of the top shutdown corners in the league at the time.
Yeah, I think from what I remember, Namdi, he was put in the wrong scheme when we got him. I did him a disservice putting him in that scheme, I think.
That can happen.
And that could have been a situation though, CZ. But him and Darrelle Reeves was the two top shutdown corners, and they was the only two at the time labeled as shutdown corners.
Yep.
Yeah, but Warren has a point with Woolen. He is fighting for another contract, so he has to play well this year. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure he'll be better than Jackson. He is under. Vic has to teach him something. But
well, if he's going against George Pickens doing the same thing. George Pickens doing the same thing. Other receivers are doing the same thing. He ain't the only one that's up for a contract.
Yes, we'll see the matchup.
Yep.
That's what it comes down to. Pickens and your scheme and Vic and his scheme with Woolen.
But my thing is, I understand that he's up for a contract, but we can't just speak about the one that's up for all. They all are up for contracts.
Well, Pickens will be up for a contract next year too.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see him one-on-one with Pickens. I want to see that match.
Exactly.
Be quiet, Jesse.
Exactly.
Twiz has something to say. Lloyd, there's proof on Rick Woolen locking up Pickens.
Not with the Cowboys.
Well, he never played there.
Ooh.
Now
But
the
it's out
Cowboys.
there, so I guess
Yeah, it's
with the Steelers. But
so this is the thing. This is the thing. So
Wow.
I'm willing to go look at that situation. If you talking about his rookie year with the Steelers or whatever, I want to go. I'm gonna go look up the matchup. I want to look at the matchup.
Yeah, you can use all 22 for that.
He did. Yeah, we do have all 22, but he did have. In one season, he did have 1,000 yards in one season. He did have 900 yards in one season. But I most definitely would go look it up. I'll most definitely go look it up.
Nice one, CZ.
Jesse, that wasn't no damn nice one.
Nice one, Jesse. Nice one, Jesse. That's okay. We're going to run for 200 yards against the Giants the first game of the year.
Blah, blah, blah. Not having even played practice yet, and you're talking, you're flapping
Right
your
up the
gums. Go
middle,
ahead.
Jesse.
I
Right
really
up
do
the
feel
middle.
that. I really do feel that. Just I feel that I ain't gonna say Javonte Williams.
You can feel everything you want. I can feel like I can be a king of the world, but it ain't gonna happen. Keep feeling that, buddy.
You're right about the king of the world.
Wow.
That's funny.
The
But like I said, guys, it's early and it's early. We don't know yet.
It's all speculation.
Yeah.
It's all speculation.
And you know what? So hold on. So maybe this is how I think. This is how I'm looking at it. CP Christian Parker. People get upset. We call him CP. Christian Parker still hasn't proven himself, right? Vic Fangio has proven himself, and right now, yes, we don't have this talent in the secondary compared to let's say the Eagles with Mitchell and DeJean. So maybe they figure Willen could play better with maybe those two guys with them. He's got a better coach right now, and he's got two better players around him right now. So maybe that's why they're thinking he might have a better chance to succeed. And with those three categories I just mentioned, Mitchell, DeJean, and Vic Fangio, then with us right now, then Ravel, Bland, and Christian Parker, maybe that's the thought process, and that's understandable. They have proven success. We haven't yet. And I'm not defending the Eagles. We're talking football, right? So a guy like Rick Woolen, if he's going to change his game around and be more disciplined, be better, whatever his case may be, that's maybe what their thinking process is. He's got a better chance being better with Mitchell and DeJean around him than having Bland and Ravel around him and having a coach like Fangio that's proven than having a coach like Christian Parker, which is his first year play calling. Maybe that's just their thought process, and that's a fair statement. That's a fair thought process to me.
But at the same time, though, Oscar, like Warren said in his comment, he said, but at the same time, you don't expect Vic to coach up William, but expect CP to coach up Bland. This is the difference, Warren. Bland has been an All-Pro. Bland rookie season, he had 5 picks. Next season, he had 9 picks with 5 touchdowns, which made him All-Pro. The comparison is totally different. The comparisons is totally different. I'm not saying that Vic can't coach up Tariq Woolen, but the players are totally different. Has Tariq Woolen even made a Pro Bowl? Has Tariq Woolen even made a Pro Bowl?
On the same side, though, was Bland done the last 2 years?
He been hurt.
Yeah.
I'm iffy about him being hurt because it's his feet. He's had surgery on. He's been hurt his last 2 years, last 3 years. I wanted them to play on to prove it. I didn't want them to sign him, give him his contract. You got to prove it. And I heard that somebody say on other channels that Al Harris saw that he needed to play in the slot. No, he wasn't drafted. Deron Bland was not drafted to play in the slot. He was an outside corner coming out of college. Jordan Lewis got hurt, which pushed him to the slot because not only we still had Anthony Brown playing outside, who I can't stand. We had Anthony Brown, we had Trayvon Diggs playing on the outsides. And Jordan Lewis got hurt, and Deron Bland had to move to the slot. That's why he ended up at slot. I think he plays better in slot over the outside, but that's how he ended up playing slot. He wasn't drafted to play in the slot. Al Harris didn't say, oh, this guy we drafted, he can. No, he was the next corner up when Jordan Lewis got hurt that season. Jordan Lewis was hurt that whole season. He was the next corner up who we had drafted, and we put him in the slot because we had Anthony Brown on one side, we had Trayvon Diggs on the other, and Deron Bland was the next corner up. That's what that was. We didn't draft him to play in the slot. Al Harris didn't say, Al Harris didn't, he can play in the slot. That ain't how that happened. D'Angelo. I'm going to say the name. D'Angelo. That ain't how that happened. So for those who want to say that Al Harris, look, I'm going to tell y'all something, Warren. I was one of the ones that did want Al Harris. And we're not looking, and Blue specified this because Blue said that he mentioned this. Yep. We're not looking at the situation with Al Harris with CP. I'm not. I don't compare CP and Al Harris. CP is a totally different. Both of them are different. Both of them are different. Al Harris was not a teacher. CP is a teacher. When nobody trying to bang down Al Harris' door to get to him, like we need to learn this. That one what they was doing with Al Harris. Al Harris was a corner. He came in. He was coaching. He allowed the corners to do and manipulate the defense however way they so choose. That's why the friction was when he left. Trayvon Diggs couldn't do that shit no more. Trayvon Diggs couldn't move the way he wanted to move no more. And they was trying to get him to play in a scheme, and he wasn't willing to play. Why you think Trayvon Diggs don't have a job now? How you can't go to the Green Bay Packers, who so-called had a good defense, and succeed? Because he wasn't used to playing in a scheme how it should be played. He was able to freelance and do what the hell he wanted to do. And he didn't want to tackle. He got burnt on a lot of damn plays, just like Deron Bland did. Deron Bland got burnt on a lot of plays. But when you're not willing to buy in the scheme and be better, that's when the problem comes. That's when the problem comes. When you want to do what you want to do and move how you want to move, that's when the problem comes. That's why Trayvon Diggs is no longer with any team, because he want to do and he want to move how he want to move on defense.
Breaking news.
Hit people.
Yeah. Well, they want to do it exactly like what he's saying. They want to do exactly what they want to do, and they don't do what they want to do. Or if they don't allow them to do what they want to do, then they get
exactly. That's why he got booted.
Yeah.
So what people don't realize, when Al Harris was here, Al Harris allowed the corners and not holding them accountable on nothing that they was doing. When Trayvon Diggs wasn't tackling, he had a tackle right there. Even when we played San Francisco, I don't know if y'all remember.
Oh my gosh,
I don't know if y'all remember when we played San Francisco.
Kittles, when he missed Kittle.
All he had to do was fucking hit Kittles.
Mm-hmm. That would have been a game changer right there.
Game changer. All he had to do was hit Kittles.
Yeah, I don't want to remember that. Move on. That's like, yeah, no, you're right.
They didn't hold him accountable. They didn't hold nobody on the defense accountable.
So you're saying that Uh,
I ain't
is this
saying
coaching
nothing
staff gonna?
about. No, Warren said what you're saying is what we're saying. Willing is in a different scheme. I don't know how Willing is in a different scheme, but my thing is, which I feel the same way about Tariq Woolen if he had came to Dallas. That was my main point. He was benched, and then all of a sudden the Cowboys got him. Would you still feel that same way about Tariq Woolen? That's what I'm saying. Whether it's under Vic Fangio or whether it was under Christian Parker, would you still have the same takes that you have about Tariq Woolen now that he's with the Eagles as a speaking football, not about who's a fan of whose team. If he had went to the Cowboys instead of the Eagles, just speaking football, would you still have the same take about Tariq Woolen? Is what I'm saying. I ain't ducking nothing, Twiz. What I need to duck? My point is valid. If anybody's ducking, answer the question that I just asked. Would you still have the same take about Tariq Woolen if he was the Cowboys? What you saying that? When were you saying that Tariq Woolen meatball? When was you saying that Tariq Woolen was a good player? Were you saying that when he was with Seattle, or are you saying that now that he's with the Eagles? Is what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking. Were you saying that when he was before he got with y'all? Were you saying it? That's all I'm saying.
Like I said, all the players you got, everybody has their own players and everybody got their things. But at the end, the coaches have to fit the schemes right. Because remember years back, CZ, remember that? The dream team that backup quarterback said they had damn good players, but it didn't work. Why? The coach. So y'all can get the star players, but if they don't jive, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, we're not talking about star players here. I think the better question is what would your expectation of will be if he was on the Cowboys? I think that's a better question to go with.
Yeah, but again, it's
my
a scheme.
expectation of Woolen as long as he's average, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that because we had a Dory Jackson. He was bad.
And that surprised me too.
Well, I can look. You right, CZ. You right. I'm not sitting here saying that he won't make y'all team.
Like if I seen him on the Cowboys, my expectation would be is like, okay, is he better than average? Like that. That's how I look at it. I'm not really gonna dirt the player because I don't know. Like I've known he's locked down people before, so yeah, I could say I can see there's talent there. But on the flip side, if I look at Bland compared to Woolen, I don't know. Like there's things I look at Woolen over Bland, and there's some things you can say about Bland over Woolen, but it's just all about your expectations on the player. Like I feel like Cowboy fans, if you got him, you still have high expectations for him. Like I don't know. I just look at the player and it's like if he's better than Dory Jackson, I'm happy with it. And I think that it'll help our defense a lot more than what Dory Jackson did.
Of course,
that's key. That's key. Warren, I'm finna rebut on what you just said, CZ. Warren said the fact that Woolen was was on a Super Bowl team, he would be viewed differently in my eyes. Can't speak. You got a lot of corners. You got a lot of players who were on Super Bowl teams that wasn't a factor.
Can't do that.
He got benched. So how was he a factor in the Super Bowl? He wasn't the factor in the Super Bowl. It was the other corner who they drafted, who was a factor in the Super Bowl. It wasn't Nobody said anything about Tariq Woolen being affected in the Super Bowl. But
yeah, they signed Jacoby or the kid we used to have, Joe. I think they re-signed him.
no, I'm talking about the corner that they drafted.
Oh, Witherspoon.
Witherspoon. Yeah, they talked about him in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But to rebuttal about what you just said, CZ, what you say that you just expecting him
No,
to
my
be,
expectation, like for Woolen, my hope is that he's average. And average is better than what Dory Jackson was.
and that's the same thing we say about CP and Eagles.
But like I said, you're gonna talk about players. Look at the Super Bowl champions back in the day, the Patriots. These certain running backs, receivers, all that, they look great out in New England. But when Harbaugh, but not Harbaugh, when Belichick shipped them out, they sucked. It's right there. It's on the line.
Your boy PFF grade as a corner was 61. Tariq Woolen. His PFF grade was 61. I'm not saying that he won't be a better corner than Tariq Woolen. I mean, than Adoree Jackson. Hell, Kelly Ringo couldn't get that. Like, a lot of people say that if CP couldn't get the best out of Adoree Jackson, Adoree Jackson actually improved towards the end of the season.
Last 5-6 games,
Yeah, he did improve. But at the same time, they say if the CP can get the best out of Adoree Jackson or Kelly Ringo,
Hey, Bruce, can you let Warren up quick?
Yeah, he's there. I was supposed to tell. Good job, CD. I was going to say same thing.
Warren, Warren. You always welcome. It's the same. It's the same. The same one you came in on last time. It don't change.
Please.
That's right, Bruce. Super Bowls mean nothing.
I don't know. I ain't saying Super Bowls don't mean nothing, but you have players that's impactful in the Super Bowl. If we're gonna talk about Super Bowl, you're gonna talk about players that's impactful in the Super Bowl. You ain't gonna talk about players just on the team because they won the Super Bowl. You got a lot of players that have Super Bowl rings that wasn't impactful at all. Just because you have a Super Bowl does not mean that you are the one to make a difference. That's what I'm saying. What you got, Warren?
What up? What up? What up?
Hey, what up, Warren?
No. So my question is, when Deron Bland, Diggs, and all them, when they're getting their interceptions, got their all pros, was Al Harris? Were they under Al Harris as their cornerback coach?
Yes.
Yeah, they were.
Okay. So
What? Wait. Let me piggyback on it.
Okay.
When Deron Bland came in as a rookie and had 5 interceptions as a rookie, he wasn't under Al Harris. Al Harris came the following year.
Okay.
When he had 9 interceptions. And then the rest of the years after that, he was hurt.
Under Al Harris. When did Al Harris leave?
The year Dan Quinn left.
So that was what? The beginning of 2020. That's going into the 2024 season, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the fact that Al Harris was their secondary coach at that time when those players were becoming all pros, he was looked at as a hot commodity when it came to getting promoted or going to a different team, right? Because those things were happening under him.
But he hasn't gotten a head coaching job. They was talking
No,
about
not head coach. Not head coach,
that's
but
what
just
they was
like
talking about. That's what he wanted. That's why he left. Al Harris wanted to be the next defensive coordinator.
Defensive coordinator, yeah.
Not head coach. He wanted to be the next defensive coordinator behind Dan Quinn.
But nobody offered him that.
When he didn't get that, that's why he wanted to leave. But nobody else offered him. We would have kept him as a cornerback coach.
Coach. Yeah.
But he wanted to be a defensive coordinator. Nobody offered him that. He thought that he was next in line after Dan Quinn to be our defensive coordinator.
Okay. So what basically what I'm trying to get, my point that I'm trying to get to
Hmm.
is at that time, if Al Harris was to go anywhere and try to get a different job, he would be probably one of the top secondary coaches at that time to get picked up somewhere else if he was to leave somewhere else because of what y'all secondary was doing with Diggs, Bland, all of them.
And he did. He went to Chicago.
Went to
Yeah.
the Bears. He went to
Okay,
the Bears.
so with that's the same way that I feel like now in the time that we're in, that's the same way that CP is being viewed. Mind you, he has a Super Bowl with Coop and Q at the same time. So it's like at that time, Al Harris was hot. He's not hot anymore.
He had the hot hat in your stand.
No,
And
no,
Yeah,
no, no, no,
but
no,
No,
now,
no,
but
no.
now,
Hold
no,
on.
no, no, no. He wasn't hot. He wasn't hot. He wasn't highly one of teams highly seeking when it came to Al Harris. He just wanted to be a defensive coordinator. He was not hot.
but
What
mind
made you
you,
think that he was
CP,
hot?
but CP did win a Super Bowl though, so that puts you in a different caliber. That's going to put you in a different caliber because you did win a Super Bowl with that team.
do you think Dallas went after CP or
I'm
CP went after because he had the Super Bowl?
No,
I
no.
think,
No, I don't think
I think
so.
at the end of the day, I'm talking about it all goes based off what's hot right now. What's hot? Who's popping right now?
but
At that time,
Al Harris was
Al Harris was like Al Harris was somebody that people wanted to look at. They
well,
sat down, they at least listened to him.
why no other team signed him? He
Why no
wanted to
other
be
teams picked up CP?
no, what I'm saying, he wanted to be a defensive coordinator. This is
Hmm.
what Al Harris wanted to do. He said it out his own mouth. He was mad because the Cowboys did not make him the defensive coordinator after Dan Quinn left, and we hired Mike Zimmer.
Even flew or Zimmer, yeah.
We hired Mike Zimmer when Dan Quinn left. Al Harris, we offered him a fucking pay raise to stay. He got mad because we didn't offer him the defensive coordinator job, which I felt he wasn't ready anyway.
So do you think that if let's just say the Cowboys won the Super Bowl at that time, do you think he would have gotten a defensive coordinator position?
No, no, I still don't think it would have been him. If anything, it would have been the defense coordinator that went to Seattle.
But I'm talking
Kubiak,
about at that
most
time.
definitely.
At that time, though.
No, it would have been the defense coordinator that went to Seattle.
It depends on what they did in playoffs.
And I forgot his name, but he's more of a British accent. I forget.
Oh yeah, it's not Kubiak. He's
Darden.
OC.
Richard, Richard.
Darden.
Huh?
His last name is Darden. Darden.
Darden.
Oh yeah, it's
Darden.
He was London. He was London.
Yeah,
Yep.
he
Well,
went over
English.
to Seattle. He went over to Seattle as a defense coordinator. Now, I wanted them to hire him as a defense coordinator. And he went to Seattle and won a Super Bowl.
No, he bought the team bought into that guy. The players.
See, Al Harris didn't get a defensive coordinator job, but he did get the same job he had with the Cowboys with Chicago, and he led the team, the league in turnovers. So he's good at
So he
that
took a
position.
lateral move. He made a lateral move.
Yes, and then they
Okay.
had 4 or 5 guys with 5 interceptions or more. He did wonders with Chicago's secondary. Yes.
I think we're gonna disagree on this, but I still feel
Okay.
like if the Cowboys would have won the Super Bowl
Right.
around that time, that Deron Bland was getting his interceptions, Diggs was at his best under Al Harris. If they won a Super Bowl, he would be getting more interviews for a defensive coordinator position.
Warren, I agree with you, 100%.
I believe so. That's a good point. That's a good point. He might have got more attention, Lloyd, if they would have won the Super Bowl.
And that's why I'm saying with same thing with Christian Parker.
Okay.
Like if like y'all a big reason why Christian Parker probably got picked up by the Dallas Cowboys is because the way that secondary was that Super Bowl year and that year after the Super Bowl.
Right.
That like that's the same like y'all wouldn't I don't think y'all would have made him a DC if he would have if we didn't win the Super Bowl or we didn't go that far, I don't think he would have been a defensive coordinator for y'all.
But
I
Warren,
agree.
it
I
was
agree.
between.
No
No,
name.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Just it was between two. It was between him and Jim Leonard.
You would have picked up Jim Leonard.
I'm saying, what did Jim Leonard do more than Christian Parker? And they both had the same position.
But that's what I'm saying. Like we going back in history now. We got to take away Super Bowls. We got to take away all those things.
Yep.
So we're
What?
gonna view it differently. But what I'm saying is, if you take away the accolades, and if Christian Parker didn't have that Super Bowl under him, I don't think the Cowboys wouldn't have. Y'all wouldn't have picked him up as a defensive coordinator.
The only reason we didn't
Here,
hire Jim Leonard,
let's swap phone.
Jim Leonard was the guy. The only reason we didn't hire him because he was still in the playoffs. That's the only reason we didn't hire him. Jim Leonard was the guy over Christian Parker. They wanted Jim Leonard, but he was still in the playoffs, and they didn't want to wait.
So why? So this is my thing. Then if that's the case, then why the confidence behind Christian Parker right now?
It's the
Good
confidence that
question.
we have. I'm gonna tell you, I can't speak about nobody else. The confidence that I have, it's based off what we've been seeing and what was said about Christian Parker as a teacher. Him and Jim Leonard the same way. Jim Leonard is a great teacher.
Yeah, but let's take away Jim Leonard from. Let's take away Jim Leonard from it. Let's take
Hmm.
him away. Like just strictly Christian Parker. What is it about Christian Parker that year with the Eagles? Because mind you, I know you bring up the Broncos and all the other teams. They're picking him up from what have you done lately. So he became a defensive coordinator based on what have you done lately. What is it about that Eagles secondary that said, okay, this is going to be our guy?
But it's not that we looked at just your Eagles secondary. You got the corner that was with Green Bay. What's his name? Who?
Alexander, Gary Alexander.
Yeah, Jair Alexander.
Jair.
He was an
Yeah.
All Pro under Christian Parker in the same position as the same coach he was when he was with Denver, when he was with y'all, when he was with Green Bay. It was the same position of coach that he was. And Jair Alexander ain't been an All Pro since. All right, under Van
I
Joseph.
feel like we're living in the moment. So I'm telling you, if you sit back and you think about it, Al Harris was that guy at that moment. The only thing is y'all did not win a Super Bowl. The
No,
fact that there was no Super Bowl won,
There you
I
go.
think I think Al Harris would have became a DC. He would have became a DC.
Al Harrison hold him accountable.
Yeah, but that's coming out after though. That's
No,
coming
that
out
was coming.
after.
No, that wasn't coming out after. That was doing it. That was why he was with us. Like y'all looking from the outside in and think that like this is these are the things that was.
But
being
don't you think
said
y'all are looking
then.
from the outside in when it comes to Christian Parker?
No,
Because y'all haven't seen him do anything
no,
yet.
no.
There
We
you go.
haven't seen him do anything. But what have you heard the things that? Let me ask you this question.
So
When
you're
it
saying they
comes,
didn't say anything good about Al Harris that
no,
entire
you
time?
you you're missing my point. Let me ask you this question. Have you heard any coaches outside of Dallas? Screw Dallas. Have you heard any coaches and players come out and say the
Thank you,
type
Jay.
of things about Christian Parker? Have you heard those same things about Al Harris?
To be 100% honest with you, Lloyd,
Uh-huh.
I really wasn't looking at y'all around that time when
That's what
y'all had Al Harris.
that's what I'm saying.
That's being honest, but that's because but I did see how effective y'all were when he was there, and then when y'all lose him, I see the drop off from it, and I see how another team that picks
Wait,
him up,
wait,
I
wait,
see
wait,
what
wait,
they're doing.
wait. It was a drop off before when he was still here. It was a drop off when he was still here. You had Deron Bland who was hurt. All right.
Yeah, Bland and
You had Trayvon Diggs who was hurt. All right. Other than what's our guy name that was with the Patriots and then went to the Colts
Gilmore?
and Gilmore.
No.
Yeah.
Other than him, other than him, what did you hear about him when it comes to developing corners? What other corner did you hear about him doing anything with? Because Deron Bland was on this team before Al Harris got here, and he had 5 interceptions. So if you want to talk about Deron Bland and you want to talk about Trayvon Diggs, who was here before Al Harris got here, and not to mention, you got D-Law on one side, you got Michael Parsons on the other side, who's rushing the quarterback, who's making the quarterback pass the ball quicker than what he want to do. Was it really Al Harris that developed these players? Because once they was hurt, once Deron Bland was hurt and Trayvon Diggs was hurt, because the mention after his second year, his Deron Bland first year, he had 5 interceptions as a rookie. Al Harris wasn't there. All right. His second year, he came and he had 9 interceptions. All right. His third year, he was hurt. Trayvon Diggs was hurt the same season.
But that's what I'm saying. We got to look at it on both sides, though. What if Coop and Quinion got hurt? The 2025 season.
What I'm saying is, if you saying that when it comes to Al Harris, if he's the reason that they did this, mind you, I'm going to give you a prime example. Mind you, Deshaun Wright was here under Al Harris. Deshaun Wright was getting his ass ate up under Al Harris. All right. Deshaun Wright went to Chicago Bears and led them in interceptions. And it was still under Al Harris. But Al Harris had Deshaun Wright here. I watched us get baked by Jacksonville Jaguars when Trayvon Diggs and Deron Bland was hurt. Deshaun Wright was that corner. And we was getting our ass ate up. We lost that game because they was just fuck running. They just wanted to throw the ball on the Deshaun Wright side. So if he's really this teacher that we didn't speak about, we never said anything about Al Harris being this teacher. We never said anything about him being able to develop these players. You only speaking about Deron Bland and Trayvon Diggs. I've heard these things beyond Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean when it comes to CP. Jeffrey Simmons. Not Jeffrey Simmons, but Justin Simmons.
Certain.
Jair Alexander. All these players have been speaking out about CP. Not just your players, other teams. I ain't heard no other team speak about Al Harris.
What other cornerback coaches get talked like? I'm just curious now. What other secondary or cornerback coaches get commended on their development of players in the NFL?
Jim Leonard did.
There has to be more than that, though.
Jim Leonard, everybody spoke everything that they're saying about Christian Parker, the same thing that they spoke about Jim Leonard. And this was before we even interviewed him. All his shit has been all over YouTube before we even interviewed him. My thing is, I'm not saying that Christian Parker is the savior of the team. I ain't saying that he's Vic Fangio. I'm not saying that he's Van Joseph. What I'm saying is, he can be better than Eberflus. Okay. It has nothing to do with Al Harris. It has nothing to do with Dan Quinn. It has nothing to do with Mike Zimmer. What I'm saying is, he can be better than Eberflus. We was 32 in points allowed. We was 31 in total defense.
So just basically make them better than Eberflus and get y'all.
You have to be better.
Get y'all to at least top 20, top 15, right?
However way, you have to be better than Eberflus.
Okay.
And if you're a teacher of the game, if you're a developer of the game, then why wouldn't we be excited about what we've gotten? Because it has to be better than Eberflus. So why wouldn't we be excited?
Oh no, I never told y'all not to be excited.
No, I'm just speaking in general. I ain't saying you. I'm just speaking in
Gotta let
general.
Randy in. Try to let Randy in, Lloyd, if you can, please.
I thought Blue was still here doing that. My bad. But yeah, who I can't say that Tariq Woolen won't make your defense better. The point that I brought up was because if Tariq, let's say Tariq Woolen didn't go
If
to the
he went to
Eagles,
the Cowboys, how would we view him? We just knock him for all the
with,
negative. That's basically
with,
what you're
with,
saying.
what I'm saying is, would you still feel that same way if he's with the Cowboys?
Right.
Like I
That's
said, if it's me, I'm looking at okay. He was with a Super Bowl team. He learned something. He had to get something out of being there. He had to, and they want to bring that to Dallas, whatever it is. But I know at the same time, this is under Vic Fangio, and Vic Fangio is a no nonsense type of DC.
Question one. I'm gonna stop you right there. So why can't we feel the same way about Kobe Durant, who has a Super Bowl with the Rams?
Oh, that's valid. That's valid. When I didn't even know Kobe Durant was with the Rams when they won the Super Bowl. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
this year, yeah. You led them in interceptions.
what year was
Hey,
that?
I want to say something. Right here, we're talking about CP and we're talking about all this other stuff. 3 years ago, we were right behind the Eagles in sacks uh when our defensive backs coach was at his top right then.
Yeah, we were
But
third.
we had like 64 sacks and the Eagles had like 70 sacks in a year.
Yes.
When you put pressure on the quarterback, your secondary becomes better. Now, the
Exactly.
last 2 years, our secondary has been trash. Period. Trash. I mean, you can't say anything else but trash because
Rand,
we
Rand,
haven't had a great defense.
Rand, I'm gonna let you finish. Let me say this.
Uh huh.
I got because I put this out there. Kobe Durant came the year after they won the Super Bowl, so he don't have a Super Bowl. Go ahead, Randy. My bad,
Okay.
coach.
Okay.
He don't have a Super
But
Bowl.
having said that, last year or this year, earlier this year, I wanted Woolen on the Cowboys like everybody else did, pretty much. Not gonna
I
lie
agree.
or sugarcoat anything. I think he's an upgrade for y'all. But there are other sides too. On CP's side, having said that, yes, this is his first year. We don't know what to expect. What I'm excited about, not that he's a defensive backs coach, but he brings a defense in here that we haven't had in here in 20 years. A different system. So having that system brought in by him, if it's even half as good as it was last year, and we go up 5 to 10 spots, we have a shot at winning 2 to 3 to 4 more games this year. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm excited about. I don't look at the defensive backs coach side of it or anything like that with CP. I look at he's going to bring pressure from all areas, and it's going to be a new defense that we haven't seen. It's kind of like y'all bringing in the West Coast
New
offense for
offense.
y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And we
I think
really all don't know what it's going to look like, but we're
and
all
the,
anticipating that it's going to be a positive.
well, and that's the way we're looking at it, and that's the way we both teams have to look at it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if we're not both excited about something, and you know what, I'm just glad football's coming. I don't give a dang about anything else. Football is coming, and I'm excited about the new changes on our team. And we're not going into this season with the idea of this player ain't signed, this player's holding out, this player's doing this. It's quiet, and for the first time in a while, I can relax before the season starts. That's all.
And I'm loving it.
No,
I'm loving it.
I get exactly where you are. Hey, if I was in y'all's position, I would be excited as well, just because you look at it as whatever, like, it's got to be better than what we had. It's got to be better than what we had. And if this defense is better, it puts us in a better contention to the playoffs, puts you in a better contention to NFC championship. I get it. I
Mm-hmm.
totally get it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm right there with you. I understand.
And we
My
think that it's going to be a tough. We don't think it's going to be a easy road in the NFC East. That's why I said the season starts week 1, on down to week 7. Like this ain't gonna be no tough road. But I love this schedule.
yeah.
Finish wrong. My bad. Finish.
No, you're good. I'm just like I'm saying. I'm also gonna like just like how you see some things that we didn't see. There's still question marks that I personally have. So with that whole CJ issue with Christian Parker, like CJ was not listening to anything that he was saying, playing the way that he wanted to play. A little bit how you said how Bland and Diggs were doing.
No, not Bland, Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah, Diggs like
Yeah.
playing that same way. But the thing is, Chauncey Gardner Johnson was being effective out there. He was effective when he was playing. But soon as the season ended, we got rid of him and sent him to Houston. And it came out that CP and CJ were butting heads the whole entire time.
Yep.
So it draws question mark. All right, how is CP gonna be able to coach that? You're the DC now. You're not just a secondary coach. How do you coach up somebody that's not listening to what's going on, but he's being effective?
And the Cowboys were looking at CJ Garner Johnson.
And see, but that's what I'm saying about Al Harris. You said that Diggs was not listening to Al Harris, or no, how Al Harris was letting him just freelance, right?
Yeah.
He was
That's
letting them
what it is.
freelance.
Yeah.
So it's on the same scale. So like if they freelancing, but they're an effective player and you getting results out of them,
But it was a
who are
hit
you
and
to
miss.
pull them?
It was a hit and miss thing. It was a
Yeah.
hit and miss thing.
Oh no, it was the same thing with us too. It was a hit or miss with CJ.
And Al Harris was not holding them accountable. Dan Quinn was not holding them accountable. That's the thing. It was a hit and miss thing because Trayvon Diggs, even though he had that All Pro season when he had 11 interceptions, he got burnt on some plays. Deron Bland got burnt on some plays, and he wasn't holding them accountable.
Well,
You'll
Lloyd.
get him next time.
Lloyd. That was the knock on Al Harris. He was so focused on turnovers and turnovers, and that was his. We led the league in freaking big plays, and that was the problem with Chicago too last year. They were on top in the league and giving up big plays because he concentrated so much on the turnovers. That's it. That's been his knock, Warren, for the last couple of years. That he
And that's
makes
what I was saying.
players concentrate so much on the peanut punch and the turnovers, which is great. Don't get me wrong, but then by concentrating on that while they're trying to strip the ball, the guy's carrying the ball for an extra 6, 7, 8 yards instead of tackling him at that position. So there's the good and the bad with Al Harris. That's why I really don't think he really got any offers for a defensive coordinator because that was his knock, that he concentrated too much on the turnovers instead of just tackling the running back while he had the ball. So while they're trying to tackle him and rip the ball off, the guy's running for an extra 8 yards. So
No,
that
no,
was
no.
his
I get
knock with
that.
us, and that was his knock. No, since we're talking football, not to do with what I'm saying. That was his knock with Chicago last year. There was some riff-raff about him.
Yeah.
Not some people not being happy about that, and it was definitely with the Cowboys. We let the league in big plays. Blaine got burnt. Diggs, Lloyd's right. That was a big knock. As good as he was for us with turnovers, he hurt us in other areas. That's why they didn't want to make him the defensive coordinator, and
So is
that's why
Al
he got
Harris
pissed off
still?
and
Do
left
y'all know if he's still the coach for them? The
Chicago. Yes,
secondary coach.
I can
He
yeah.
tell
still
you.
is. But I know they got rid of Bayard and CJ. So
Well, Warren, they got rid of. They had five, 6 guys with 3, 4 plus interceptions, and they got rid of 4 of them. So 4 of the
yeah.
guys that had 5 or more interceptions for them are gone. So I don't know how he's going to do this year. So
And
So what
he's
if
not. And
what if the same thing happens this year
he's
with the new players?
Al
well,
Harris.
you got to start looking at it. Then you're correct. Then you got to start looking. Everywhere he's went, he's been successful turnover wise.
Yeah, and he's not a defensive coordinator. He's not the defensive coordinator. He still has the same defensive back job that he's had. He's not a defensive coordinator.
No, he's not. Right.
And no one is willing to give him a defensive coordinator job. He still is coaching the defensive backs.
Lloyd, I'm like I said, we're gonna disagree on this.
That's
But
okay.
I'm telling you, if the Cowboys would have won the Super Bowl with all that happening, with Bland, Diggs, and all that, he would have gotten offered a defensive coordinator position. I still think he still would have. Al Harris is what I'm talking about.
Hey,
Would have gotten offered one.
You know how you feel about what's your defensive line coach that y'all said that if y'all
Clint Hurt.
That's how Aiden Durden was that defensive line coach for us.
Mm-hmm.
and he went over there to Seattle, and he's their defensive coordinator, and they won a damn Super Bowl.
Yeah.
If they was gonna hire anybody on the outside and on the inside, that's who we wanted them to get. It wasn't Al Harris.
It's kind of
And
funny that you're saying all this because it's the same way that we feel about losing Christian Parker.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the same way we feel because at the end of the day, I look at it like this. I think Christian Parker is a good coach, but at the same time, I think he's a good teacher with talented players. He's a good teacher with talented players. I don't think he can. You can't coach somebody up that's not talented. I don't think Keely Ringo's that. I don't think Keely Ringo's that guy because he came to the Eagles. He was supposed to be across from Slay. He was the one that was supposed to be the cornerback across from Slay. The fact that we couldn't get him ready and he couldn't perform the way that we wanted him to, we had to go and get Q. So it's like, so we look at it and we say, okay, CP couldn't coach this person up, or he couldn't at least get him to at least starter level like we got a Dory Jackson. So my thing is, what does the development look like with players that aren't talented that you got to coach up like that?
So let me respond to that. It's because it's a difference when it comes to Al Harris and when it comes to CP. You say CP was a teacher, Al Harris wasn't. I look at when it comes to CP, and I'm gonna tell you who Dan Quinn was a teacher on the field, everything. All right, Dan Quinn was. We couldn't stop the run for shit, but Dan Quinn was a teacher. He was on the field with the players. And I think the difference when it comes to CP and when it comes to Dan Quinn is that CP is going to hold them more accountable than Dan Quinn did. Dan Quinn
Why do you
didn't
think
hold
that?
them accountable because Dan Quinn didn't hold them accountable. These are the things that Dan Quinn didn't speak about, but we hear CP speak about these things.
So who CP held accountable in the past?
Oh, but he never had a defensive coordinator job in the past. He's never been over a defense in the past.
So that's a test that we're gonna have to see how he moves with.
That's
how
what
he
I'm
moves
saying.
in his new role. Okay.
Based off his interviews, he's holding players accountable.
Well, how many of us passed an interview though?
But
Like,
what I'm saying is he's saying that if you can't get this scheme, then you won't play. We ain't heard no other defensive coordinator say this. What Dan Quinn did, this is what Dan Quinn did, and I don't knock him for it. He got the best out of his players. J-Ron Curse, who's the third string safety on Seattle. He got the best out. He moved Marquise Bell from safety to linebacker. He got the best out of his players. All right. What he said was, okay, I'm gonna fit my scheme around what you can do. No, Christian Parker said, I need players that can fit my scheme. I can't come running this scheme and not have the players to run this scheme. And if you can't run this scheme, if you can't get this scheme, then I'm not playing you. Christian Parker wanted Rashawn Gary. He wanted Kobe Durant. He wanted PJ Locke. He wanted Jalen Thompson. He wanted Tito. He speak more about fucking Kenny Clark than he do Quentin Williams.
so do you think going into the season, like week 1, probably up to like week 5, y'all think is gonna be rocky just because y'all are trying to iron out certain things?
It's gonna be a
I think to week 6.
It's gonna be rocky. It's gonna be rocky.
Yeah.
It's gonna be rocky.
I don't think it's gonna be overnight like everyone thinks we're thinking. I don't think that.
But that don't mean that it can't happen over. It's all about are the players
if they actually buy into the system,
into the scheme and the system that he's implementing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. No. I'm just saying, just Rocky, just because like it's all new players. Like these are all players that aren't used to playing with each other. So of course there's gonna be a few like it's gonna be a few wrinkles you gotta get out, and I believe they're gonna get
I don't
ironed
think
out.
there's not that
Remember,
many.
Lloyd. Remember, I'm the one telling you that I got the Cowboys going to the playoffs. So it's
Yeah.
not like I'm just saying y'all are just terrible. Remember when I'm saying this.
No,
Everything
No,
that I'm
I know.
saying, I'm still saying everything with the thoughts of y'all still going to the playoffs.
So
Trust
in
me.
order for us to go to the playoffs, he has to
Christian
be
Parker has to do
successful
well. Yeah.
in his scheme.
And you
In
said he's
order
going to have
for
10
like
wins.
you
So over
said,
10
okay,
wins. Yeah.
Yeah.
this is
Yeah,
this is the
yeah.
thing, Warren. This is the thing, Warren. How many wins do you have? Just give me how many wins are you expecting the Eagles to have?
I got us. I know we were doing that record prediction, but I truly
14 and
got us
3.
12-5.
Okay, you got them winning 12 games, right?
Yeah.
The Eagles ain't the only team coming out the NFC East. So that means that we have to be up there with 12-5 or more in order for us to get to the playoffs. Because you
Right.
got other teams in the NFC that's tough. So we can't just come out of here all willy-nilly and shit. If you got us going to the playoffs, Warren, Eagles fan, you got us going to the playoffs. So we got to
I
be
like
up
how
there
you
with
did
the
that.
Eagles in order. We have to, this defense and this offense has to be on the same page, and they have to be successful in order for us to get to the playoffs because you got Seattle, you got the Rams, the teams got better, Carolina, you got what, like, it ain't gonna be no
Carolina, yeah.
easy shit show.
That's
It ain't
not
gonna
like
be
going to
no
be a
easy
walk in the
shit show.
park. Yeah.
Now, a lot of these teams got better on paper. Let's be real about that.
Yes.
A lot of these teams did get better on paper. And let's see what they actually look like. I
Well, a lot
think
of teams last year were doing the same thing. We thought the same thing last year, and look at all those teams that
exactly.
So
Yeah.
so
No,
so
no, no.
so
That's a good point, Blue.
So with you having us making to the playoffs, how many wins are you expecting the Cowboys to have
Oh,
he
I
said
think
10.
10-7. I think 10-7 is realistic. I think 10-7 is realistic with y'all.
in the
That's what I
NFC?
have. Yeah. That's what I have them. 10 and 7, 11 and 6.
Yeah, I said 11. Yeah, that's what I thought.
10
11
and
or 10.
7 more.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I see y'all going 10-7. I see us going 12-5.
And I told that to CG in the beginning. It's like, wait. Yeah.
But I do think on both sides of the ball where we got new coordinators, it's gonna be rocky in the beginning. It could just because we trying to wrinkle out things. We going up against different defenses. So we gotta like I think we got the Rams and the Bears the first like within the first 5 weeks. Like when y'all look at who y'all have, y'all got y'all's
Yeah, we got.
division. Y'all got Baltimore Ravens that now have the old DC from the Chargers. So like y'all got teams too. So that's why I said it's going to start off rocky. But last thing I want is for everything to run perfect going into the season
No, it ain't gonna be perfect.
because look at what the Colts did last year
You
and
would
look what
know.
happened.
You
That's
would
the
know what
last
your
thing I want to happen.
you would know where your team at by week 5. You would know
I
what
don't
type
know.
of team
I
you
feel like
have
we're
by
not
week
going to know
5.
what teams are going to be at till about week 11. Like because you still trying to fix things too.
No, but you can't go off week 11 because injuries happen. Injuries happen. Injuries do happen.
Well,
So if
even
you're gonna
Eddie
go
Gibby
off
said that.
week
Yeah, Eddie Gibby
11,
said it.
if you're gonna go off week 11, then you're gonna have some teams that's gonna jump up there above certain teams because injuries. Injuries happen. I'm talking about when it comes to your team in general. Like, I'm gonna tell you something. Me, I know when it comes to the Cowboys, by week 4 or 5, I know the type of team we got.
Week 5 is normally what
Yeah, but I'm saying it more as like I think Bill Belichick said this. You really like your team is what they are by Thanksgiving. By
Uh-huh.
Thanksgiving, your
Yeah.
team is where they are by that time. So that's why I said
Bill
with
Parcells says same thing.
with a new DC and for us with a new OC, like we are where we are by that time. By Thanksgiving time, that team is what it is. Cause
But
But don't
you've
you
tried
adjust in
everything.
playoffs
but
and you
that
do
could be
something different?
different.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
they can be different because
Because you guys fell
teams
off
can
at
make
11.
te-
Yeah.
luck comes into this equation too. Luck comes into this equation too because of injuries. So, like, if you're gonna say by Thanksgiving, I can't say that. I saw the Colts who had the worst defense in the league.
But they started going down by Thanksgiving.
No, they went up during the playoffs. It wasn't no down. They was already down. They had the worst defense. The Colts when Peyton Manning won his first Super Bowl
Oh, you're
with
talking
the
about the
Colts.
Colts with Peyton Manning. I'm
Yeah,
talking
I'm
about
just
the
saying.
Colts from last year.
Now I'm talking about I'm this is
Dimes.
what I'm saying. It can change. Like you don't. I can't just say about Thanksgiving. I
Well, the
can't say just
49ers
about
was injury
Thanksgiving.
all last year, and they did pretty well. They held up.
You can be like you said, like you said, you can be 0-4 and go on a run during the season. You can be 5-0. We
And
saw
fall off.
we saw Carolina do that. Carolina was like 4-0
Well,
with
we
Sam
saw
Darnold.
we saw Philly in 2023 10-1 and fall off. So
And fall off.
that's
That's why
what
I
I'm
said
saying.
11th game, you fell off. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying, like, around that time, that's when you're gonna truly know where your team is at around that time. I'm not
Well,
saying that like
as fans, we see what we see in like week 5, week 6. You know what I mean? That's what our
Yeah,
week 4 when we
with,
see adjustments. All right, this is what they're going for. This is what they're heading
and,
yeah,
towards.
you
and
know
it's
they should
mainly
have their identity by
and
then.
it's mainly
Yes.
that's you should know your team's identity by week 5.
I think that's all
I
they're
feel
doing.
like that's
Now,
still early.
if it's going to
Uh,
carry on throughout the season because of you're going to have injuries, but you should know your team's identity. We going to know what type of team we got with the teams that we got to play, the Cowboys got to play. We going to know if it's going to be the same bullshit ass team by week 5.
and what we're talking about that is
We
Jerry
gonna
Jones and being involved in
we
everything
gonna
else
be
as
able to
well.
tell the Cowboys by week 5. Y'all gonna be able to tell the Cowboys by week 5.
I think you guys will know sooner, actually, to be honest. Because you guys watch us a little bit more than we do.
No, they don't watch me more than me. Look, they don't
I was
watch
trying
me
to make
more
fun
than
of it.
me.
I was trying to make fun of
They don't
Yeah.
watch me. I watch a game 2 or 3 times in the night. After the Sunday game, I will go watch the damn replay. I will watch it and be pissed off every time I watch it.
God damn.
Every time. I have NFL Plus. So I go back after the game live. I watch it again
You watched
after.
all 22 and all
Yeah.
that?
I got now I realize I didn't know I have all 22, but I realize I have all 22 now. But on NFL Plus, if you have NFL Plus, you got NFL 20, you got all 22.
all
But anyway,
22.
Yeah.
but I on NFL Plus, after the game is over with that night, they have the replay on. So I go back, I watch the game live. I watch every last Cowboys game live. And then later on that night, because we lose. So I go back and watch that game over again. And I get pissed off even more when I watch it. I watch the Cowboys play. If they play Sunday, I watch their game twice on Sunday. If they play Monday, I watch their game twice on Monday. If they play Thursday, I watch their game twice on Thursday. It's crazy, but I do it.
Hey,
Because I'll be like, I might have
committed.
missed something. I might have missed something. Why
No,
did
I'm
this
not. I'm
happen?
not mad at you. I'm not mad at you on that. Just like I said, we got a new OC. Y'all got a new DC. Me as an Eagles fan. We know that everything's not gonna look pretty by week 5. There's still gonna be a few things that we trying to brush up
Adjustment,
on.
fresh off.
Yeah, we trying to straighten up on a few things. And I'm just saying on the defensive side too, for y'all, that's probably gonna be the same thing as well. I feel like with a new DC, because you think about it, they're now having to sometimes you gotta change your scheme in the middle of the game, in the middle of halftime. You gotta change it up. So seeing how my OC makes those changes in the middle of the games and seeing how Christian Parker does it. So that's why I said it's gonna.
Well,
I
because
feel
it's
like
brand new. That's supposed to
yeah,
be brand new. We're gonna because we want to see what they're gonna do. Yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah. Like
it
we just
ain't
want
just
to. I just don't think that it's gonna. Like I said, it can look ugly in the very beginning and end up being a beautiful thing at the end.
my one. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm more terrified than anything. I left and right tackle. If we go out against the Giants and Dak is running for his life, it's over with. It's over.
Really.
It's just fucking over with.
If I was a Cowboys fan, y'all playing in New York, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm a Cowboys fan, I just want all my players to walk out healthy,
And that's
just
I think
because
we're
they
all gonna
playing on
want
that
that.
field.
Yeah,
And
that feels the
that's
worst.
the crazy thing.
It
But it
just
never
gets to that
happened.
point to where I don't even care. Let's just get. I just want everybody healthy getting off that field.
That's funny, Warren. I feel I want sometimes to say, "Oh, we just forfeited." That feels worse.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
I
I
wouldn't
Well,
forfeit that game. Hell no. I
definitely
wouldn't.
wouldn't forfeit, but it's
Yeah.
just like I just want to get this over with so
well,
they can get off and
they
then nobody's hurt.
Well, I would just say run it and let's just be careful.
just
Yeah.
put some real grass out there. Goddamn it, that shit is crazy.
You know,
Yeah,
they did fix the stadium for the World Cup. I just don't understand why they don't leave the same grass. Leave it.
there's more money.
Oh,
They
soccer
prob-
Yeah,
players.
but okay,
Yeah,
but why? Since they already spend the money to fix it, then why not leave it? Leave it alone.
because the keep ups of it is
it's
the
It's a
expensive.
keep
lot
ups
more
is
expensive.
very
Yeah.
expensive. I
Yeah.
looked that
Okay,
up,
expensive
Austin.
to keep up. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Yo,
very
yeah, it's
the
expensive.
very
maintenance
expensive.
is
The
crazy
main,
for
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay,
And
okay.
crazy.
the
I looked
team
that
they
shit
All
have
right.
up.
to have. Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
it's way higher. That shit is expensive to
And that
keep up.
type of field isn't good for football because even
Oh, yeah,
when we went to Brazil and played the Packers, they were
yeah.
slipping everywhere.
Yes,
Like they just
right.
kept slipping all over the place because that field's made for soccer. Like
Hey,
it's
y'all
Right.
not.
go ahead.
It's
Okay.
Y'all go
Yeah.
ahead. I'm gonna go to the
It's
restroom right
supposed to be slick. It's supposed the ball has to slide over that grass.
yeah. So, but I think for y'all when y'all go to Brazil, it's probably gonna be better because they realize that. So they definitely gonna change that. But no, like I said, I got y'all going to the playoffs. I don't think it's gonna be pretty in the beginning, but I think it's gonna be something to where y'all will be satisfied and y'all be like, okay, now let's add pieces to this.
And I hope they do during the season. I hope they adjust. Like not because like you said, we didn't see that last year. You know,
Yeah, that's what I keep saying. Let the young kids play and then see what we have. Let's not overreact right now and start adding people that we're going to be stuck for 2-3 years with these contracts, and then we can't. Then we don't have like the options or
to
the
fall back on.
whatever we want later on, or at the deadline or next year or whenever we decide to. You keep adding all these high end plays that we got to pay. You're going to run out of money and options pretty quick. And the other reason we're excited, Warren, I'm going to tell you what. In 2020, our defense was dead last. The same problems we had last year. And then we got Dan Quinn. We had a decent offense. We always had a decent offense in the last 10 years, except for the years that Dak was hurt. And we got that one impact player that was Micah Parsons in 21. And we're hoping Downs can be that difference maker. We're not saying he was. We didn't know Micah was going to be at that time. And we had a whole new system, a whole new coaching staff, 7, 8 players. Lloyd
We
just
were
mentioned
12-5.
several of them that third string is on other teams, and we brought them together. We had that one impact play that made a difference, and we changed our defense around. So that's what we're going off. Hopefully we can get back to that like we did in 2021, 22, 23. We were missing that one impact player, and it was Parsons. As far as changing the defense around, that's what we're talking today. So that's what we're saying. We were bottom
Who do y'all see
30.
as that
We,
impact player on the Cowboys defense?
who am I saying is?
No, who do you think is going to
No,
be
I'm
the impact
I'm
player?
saying we're hoping. No, I'm not saying anybody is. I'm saying we're
No, he's asking.
hoping that Downs can be that impact player like Parsons was in
Okay.
2021. We got all these other pieces like we got in 2021. We got the new coaching staff. We got new scheme, new everything, and we were top 5, 6, 7 the next 3 years. Capitalize on it, but we did. Now I'm not saying Downs will be, but we're hoping. That's all you can go on. If he can be somewhat what Micah did for us in
My
221,
bad, Randy.
and we're hoping we can make this all work. That's all it is. Right now, it's all speculations, hoping, and everything. That's all it is right now. We don't know what Downs is going to do. But
So, do all Cowboy fans are all Cowboy fans seeing Caleb Downs as that player that you're talking about, Oscar, or is
I
it
don't know. That's
another
it. That
player?
was just my
No, no,
opinion.
that's just his opinion. I believe Lloyd's that third or second round pick, that Brooks guy or whatever. Not Brooks.
Okay, Brooks. Okay,
No.
No,
Not
Barnes.
Brooks, is it? Barnes.
Malachi Lawrence and Basham. He's talking
Bosch.
about.
Oh yeah, yeah.
what about Overshown? What's y'all like? Do y'all feel like
Well, he's got to
he can
step
be
up
that
too.
impact player,
I hope he
We're gonna.
steps up, and I
linebacker?
hope he doesn't get hurt. He's on his second injury. You know, what I mean, his ALC.
Well, I said this a couple of shows ago. We're going to need a lot of players to step up if we need this to work. Overshown's going to have to be one of them. Ravel's going to have to be another one. Bland is going to have to step up. And if they don't, that's where you're
Well,
going to might run into the problem.
Revel.
Well,
And
Carson's might be gone.
Overshown is y'all's green dot, right?
Well, no, I think
Overshawn
they're
is
trying to
that.
make D Winters that right now. I'm not sure who they're going to make. Right now, they got D Winters, right? Lloyd leaning towards that.
They've been
That's
working with
Overshawn,
both.
right?
They've been
Both,
working
yeah.
with Overshown. They've been working with D Winters, both.
Right. So
Okay.
we're going to need a
I'm
lot of
just
stuff to fall in place. But you know what? That's the same optimistic we had in 2021. So if we can get to that point, we'll be happy.
But like
And
Lloyd said, we got the Chris Parker got the right people to fit his scheme. He got out the right players, just like with Dan Quinn when he wanted his right players. He got and when he went to Washington, how well did he do? You know,
yeah.
not just
No,
together.
that's a fact.
we
No,
left that
I'm
one.
looking. So I know with like Vic Fangio's scheme,
Mm-hmm.
for his scheme to work, you have to have a linebacker that is aware of everything going on.
But
Like
it's
your
that one
linebackers.
linebacker. It's that one linebacker, right? Zach
Yeah,
Martin.
The
I'm
green
saying,
dot. Do you talking about the green dot?
your green dot linebacker needs to be your guy. They need to be aware of where everybody is supposed to be at all times.
He's got to be the
So
quarterback. He's got to be the impact. Yeah.
yeah. So like, is that where y'all are putting Overshown and Lee Winters, or are y'all letting Caleb Downs kind of be that guy, but
No, Caleb
just
Downs can
without
have
the
a
green
green dot.
dot?
No, let Caleb Downs be
gonna
his. Yeah.
Demarion Overshown can be that green dot. He just got to be healthy.
Yeah. And he's been healthy. Well, not been healthy, but he's healthy right now for y'all, right?
Yeah, he's healthy right now. Yeah.
Okay. No. I'm just asking questions. I'm asking to
Yeah.
learn. That's it.
Yeah,
No. I'm answering. Yeah, I'm answering.
We ain't knocking your question.
Yeah.
The green
So
dot has to be the quarterback of the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's D Winters, whether it's Shamar James, whether it's Demarion Overshown, I don't want it to be Caleb Downs. I want Caleb Downs to be able to roam around free. I don't want him to have the green dot. I don't want him trying to tell the linebackers in the corners and the linemen where to line up. That's all for the linebackers.
who do y'all feel like is going to be y'all smartest player on the defense though?
But at the same, it has to be one of the smartest people on the defense. Yeah, it don't have to be the smartest. It has to be one of the smartest people on the defense. D Winters did that with San Fran. He did do that with San Fran. Fred Warner got hurt. They made the playoffs without Fred Warner. D Winters.
Yeah, 49ers were upset when they lost him.
No, the reason why I asked that is because we had Reed Blankenship. Yeah. Reed Blankenship was probably one of our smartest players on the defense, and he was also one of the leaders on the defense too.
But Zach Martin's the one
that was our green dot.
Guys. Not Zach Martin.
No. Reed Blankenship was not the green dot, but Reed Blankenship was one of the smartest players on our defense that we had because he was helping coaching up. He was helping Chauncey get in position. He was helping out Makuba get in position. Coop, like he kind of was that leader. He was the captain of that secondary.
Yeah.
Well, you could have multiple captains, but as long as they all mash together, as long as they don't overpower each other.
No, definitely. But what I guess the point that I'm trying to get to is the only thing about Reed Blankenship was he wasn't the most talented person on that defense.
Well,
probably the smartest. But I'm asking.
The leader is always like that. The leader's always like that, though. If you always see.
Yeah. So do y'all feel like that's going to be Caleb Downs? But Caleb Down is just talented as well?
I can. I think
Caleb Downs,
he's gonna be a good player.
Because I don't think Reed Blankenship is
Sorry,
that
guys.
talented. I think Reed Blankenship has to work harder for what he's trying to get. He's not as talented as like a Cooper or a Q, but he's the smartest to where he can help delegate where everybody needs to be at, and he knows where everybody needs to stay at. He'll
it,
outwork everybody though.
that's the thing about Caleb Downs that I love. Caleb Downs probably going to be the most talented and the most smartest player on the field, even though he don't have the green dot.
Yeah,
But it helps the defense. It helps the defense because your talent, your skills, your athleticism can take away some of the things, and you can go back to the film room and you can discuss these things. So even though we might have a green dot player, I still think Caleb Down is going to work in that field because that's the type of player he is. They've already been speaking about it in OTAs. They've already been speaking about this.
no,
So not
that's why I
only,
said y'all got a good pick. Y'all got a good pick with him. Like,
but it's not just Caleb Downs, Jalen Thompson too. That's what people sleeping on Jalen Thompson.
hey, we got people that sleep on players. We got too, bro. Like
Oh,
it's
that's why. That's what football's all good. That's what
yeah,
No,
makes
I'm
that
just
college
no,
yeah.
football
no, no,
good.
no,
Just to be
no, no.
honest,
I'm not. I'm just speaking in
it always
general. I'm
has
just
been.
speaking in general. We talk so much, not just. I ain't talking about when it comes to outside fans. We talk about, so much about Rashawn Gary, and we talk about Sean Barham, who we like. We talk about D Winters, Demarion Overshown. We talk about Caleb Downs. We talk about these players, but we don't mention Jalen Thompson enough.
People don't mention Jalen Hunt enough. So
Just like your
I'm right
Jalen
there
Hunt,
with you.
your Jalen Hunt is that's how we started this live stream talking about Shamar James, who was our leading tackler as a rookie last year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't talk about him enough.
Mm. Yeah, that's a good thing, honestly.
No,
That
I
just
would say
shows
I
your
like
depth.
that. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that.
that shows your depth. That's why I said like somebody like Jalen Hunt, he leaded the whole defense in sacks and interceptions last year.
Yeah.
Wow.
But nobody talks about that. Like nobody mentions it, nobody says anything, and he's only in his second year. So like when we look at that, I think that's our Josh Sweat that we got right now. So like me personally, I don't want to get rid of Nolan. I think Nolan has a lot more in his bag that he can get into. So we got Nolan right there too. But
So with that being said, let me ask you this question. I'm trying to make it about the Eagles, but I do want to ask you this question because you had Donovan Ezewaku and Jahad Campbell coming out the same draft with Donovan Ezewaku being the leading sacker in college, and then you had Jahad Campbell behind him. What are you expecting from Jahad Campbell this season?
what do I expect from Jahad Campbell? I think the biggest thing that we're looking for with Jahad Campbell is his versatility. He has to be versatile. And we got a flash of that the beginning of the season last year to where I like how he can drop
Yep.
back when it's necessary. Like
Yeah,
he
he
can
kept up with a couple running
He's
backs.
pretty.
yeah, like he can drop back when it's necessary. He's a great tackler. I think what the Eagles are trying to do right now, like right now we got Zach Bond. Everybody knows about Zach Bond. I think this is Zach Bond's last year.
Yep.
And Zach Bond is gonna walk. And when we let Zach Bond walk, we're gonna put Jeremiah Charter Jr. out there and we're gonna put Jahad Campbell where Zach Bond was and slide Jeremiah Charter there. So I think all they're doing right now is they're just trying to. It's kind of like the Cam Jurgens and Jason Kelsey. Like Cam Jurgens was there on the field being impactful, but in the long run, he's gonna be taking Jason Kelsey's position. Yeah, Kelsey's position. So we just got him out there because we need him to just get reps. Like at this point, we just need him to get reps out there because he got injured with the shoulder injury, so that took away his reps, and we had N'Kobe Dean come back, so that took away his reps as well. So I think he just needs his reps, but he's going to be impactful, and we just wait for him to just be able to drop back in
Yep.
coverage when necessary.
He
That's
needs
the biggest thing.
Needs to stay healthy. That shoulder concerns me.
Well, health is a big
Uh,
key in the football.
Twid said he needs to stop hesitating
Who?
and run fits when it comes to Jahad Campbell.
Oh, Campbell.
He said Campbell
Well,
needs to stop hesitating and run fits.
well, remember he's a rookie. He's a rookie. He's not
He's gonna
gonna.
hesitate. Yeah, he's
Yeah, he's not gonna jump off the page like Coop and Quinion. Like Coop and Quinion were unicorns, bro. Like let's be honest here, they were unicorns. Nobody expected us to pick up these two secondary players and for them to be this impactful. Now we're spoiled. Every person we get, we want them to be like jumping off the page. Like
So,
he's gonna
so,
make mistakes.
so what you just said, because I've said this in previous live streams, um, especially when it comes to Cooper DeJean, they wasn't highly touted coming out of college like that. Do you feel so when you drafted them? Well, this is what you was expecting from them, or did they uh oversee what you expected from them coming out of college?
So I know when soon as y'all know draft talks usually around early March, late February. I saw Q as somebody that the Eagles were looking at because we needed a cornerback.
Yeah,
We
they,
needed somebody across from Slay.
yeah, they
So
didn't
I
expect
knew
him to be
about so
there.
I knew about Q. I'll be honest with you though, Tyrion Arnold and Kool-Aid were technically ranked higher than Q, and it's more because the school that they went to. But when you find out that Q got offered to go to Alabama, he got offered to go all these big schools, but the fact that Toledo was willing to work with him when it came to his school, and they were willing to bring him in and help like with his school and education part of it, that's why he stayed loyal to Toledo. So when I found that out, I'm like, okay, so he's good, he just loyal at the same time. So when we picked him up, I was excited about that. Coop was another person that was getting talked about, but Coop was being more talked about getting picked up in the late first round. They
Yeah,
put him as a late first round, early second round. That's where they were putting Coop at.
yeah,
So
they're expecting him. They're expecting Q to get taken early, and they're gonna get DeGene in the first round. That's how it went. But when uh, Mitchell fell, yeah, they picked him up, and then they had to move up second to get DeGene.
So,
But their original plan was to get DeGene in the first.
so
yeah,
the no, my question was like when it comes to Quinn Mitchell, like I look, I would have loved for the Cowboys to draft him, and Terry Young Arnold was touted higher than he was. What when you drafted Cooper DeJean, you probably was happy about the draft, but were you expect him to be the type of player that we've seen?
To be honest with you, I don't watch college football like that. So I had people that did watch college football, and they were telling me how good he was before we drafted him. But I'll be honest, I didn't think we would have picked him up. I didn't think he was not a person that I thought we would have gotten. But the fact that we did get him, and I knew we had Maddox that we were trying to let go, it made sense. But no, I did not. We did not expect Coop to be as talented as he was and to be as effective as he was his rookie year. No, nobody. I don't think nobody expected that.
Yeah,
I
that was
think Q. Yeah, I think Q definitely just because you had a lot of cornerbacks coming out that
yeah,
year.
yeah. Q was he was expected to go out in the first round anyway, and you had people saying this about Q, then you had some people saying that he's one of the best corners in the draft, if not the best corner. Like this is what was being said about Quinion Mitchell. So yeah, I understand, and I when it comes to y'all drafting, but I'm trying to see of your expectations when you drafted Cooper DeJean. Did you is this what you expected from him as being, because he's an all pro. He's been an all pro. Were you expecting this from him when you drafted him, or
No,
was
I
it a
didn't.
wait and see type
To
situation?
to answer your question, Lloyd, I did not expect him to get an interception on the Super Bowl on his birthday. I did not expect this.
Wow, that
I
was
didn't.
shocking. Yeah.
I didn't expect all this to happen. Picking him up, I did not, and I don't think anybody would getting drafting a player out of there because I think a lot of people look at what school did they go to. That's what when the draft comes
They
out, a lot of
always
people
do.
look at what school that person went
They
to.
always
Yeah,
do.
that's kind of true. That is with the top schools, yeah, like
Yeah,
Alabama,
they look at what
LSU,
school.
yeah,
Yeah,
Oklahoma
and
State.
he didn't come out of that school. Same thing as Q. But like I said, when you hear the backstory behind everything,
He had
you're like,
talent
okay.
though behind that, behind that.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. And sometimes people just need to be in the right system. But no, nobody expected this. I didn't expect Q to be this damn locked down. The way he was locking down Mike Evans, his first year. Like I didn't. I was like, okay. Like he is not making any mistakes. And then in training camp, AJ Brown was talking him up. And I don't know if the Cowboys have this, but they they play video of them at camp and they have them mic'd up.
Yeah, they
And
do. Oh,
so
we do. Yeah, yeah.
y'all do that? Okay, so like they had them mic'd up, and I was hearing Q talking trash to AJ Brown in camp, just trash talking to him, and he was telling AJ Brown that was a trash route you just ran.
See,
Yeah, I
they
heard
do the
that. I
same
heard that.
shit. Yeah, yeah.
And so I'm like, that's a rookie saying that to AJ Brown right now. Okay, I
I like
was
that influence. I like that
yeah
back and forth. It makes
yeah.
them
So I'm
stronger.
so
Yeah.
it makes so us hearing that as fans that builds confidence. Like if y'all saw Caleb Downs talking trash to CD Lamb saying that's a trash route, you gonna be even more excited about your player.
He
Hell
But
plays
yeah.
confident
Hell
too. He
yeah.
plays
Hell
he
yeah.
He
plays with
does play
confidence.
confidence. He's gonna be talking. I think him
Yeah.
and
No,
C.
no, you could tell he plays with confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna play with that boy's confident. He's
yeah,
confident.
No,
So yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
he has a podcast with his brother, and he was explaining when he went off with against CD Lamb and CD Lamb and Pickens. He said he liked. He said it sharpens iron. Iron sharpens iron, or something like that. So, that saying.
yeah. And I think Coop and Quinion, I think what helped them get better as well is going up against an AJ Brown and a Devontae Smith
Oh,
at
definitely.
practice
At practice, yeah, because they get
Absolutely, yeah.
nonstop. Like I think because Coop and Quinion both they shout out AJ Brown because AJ Brown taught them a lot of stuff. Devontae Smith, you got Slay, you got a lot of people that helped them out, and even Bradbury. Bradbury even though he didn't play, Bradbury stayed behind and helped them watch film and showed them the right way to watch film. So like there was a lot of they had a good support system coming to the Eagles. So I hope that's what like hopefully y'all get that with
That's what I'm saying.
like
I hope
Caleb
we keep
Downs.
that. Yeah, I hope we get that, or I hope
Yeah. Because a
our,
lot of
our
people
guys
don't
are
like
doing.
that because they know their position's about to get taken.
The next man coming up. They
I
don't want
I
that next man going up.
I love the competition.
I want the competition. Let's go. It makes me stronger. It makes me better. It makes everybody competitor stronger. I think that's part of this game. I think that's part of our coaching staff. I think that's part of our, that's what I think that's what they used to have on the Eagles is like competitive. Who's going to be the next man up? Are you going to show me? If you're not going to be the next man up, then this guy's going to take your spot if you don't. Shotty speaks about it, and I think CP talks about it.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing. You
He
got to
does.
stop getting caught up in names like we did in the past. We wouldn't bench a
Bias
guy
and
because he got paid too much or because he just got a contract. And that's why you got to give the Eagles kudos. They didn't care who got paid what. Hassan Reddick acted it up, gone. Huff acted up, gone. Whatever the case may be, whether it's this, whatever this story is, that's none of our business. What gone? They didn't care how much they paid him, how much the money they were owed. Carson Wentz. That's how you got to do business today. If you're going to let somebody hold you hostage because they're a good player or because they got a big contract, then you're not going to win.
Well, that's one thing that I do like that the Eagles do. Like
Yeah, no, that's always the case.
Devin White. We picked up
Yes,
Devin
another
White.
one,
Everybody
another
thought
one.
Devin White was the starter.
Correct.
And Devin White was literally there to push N'Kobe Dean. And I remember every day after their camp, they were all saying Devin White was playing with the first team defense. N'Kobe Dean was playing with the second team defense. That was the whole offseason. And then first game of the season, they tell Devin White he's not starting. We're gonna put N'Kobe Dean there. So like it's stuff like that they do. We tried doing that with Keely Ringo. last year. We brought in Adoree Jackson so he can compete with Keely Ringo. It didn't happen the way that we expected it to. So Adoree Jackson ended up being the starter. So I like that we do that. I don't know what the Cowboys do when it comes to that in the offseason, but I like the competition. I like making somebody earn their position.
No, 100%. I think that's what it should be about. I think I think that's what we were lacking on for a second. I think we're just allowing on the best players to play, and I think that I think what we're saying, what the Eagles is doing, and other championship teams have done the same thing in the past. I would say the Patriots did the same thing. They didn't always have the best wide receivers. They never had the best. They had, okay, works with,
Right.
let's have it dink and dime. Let's throw it to this person. Let's throw it to this person. Let's run it off. Let's pass it, and let's have our defenses get tackles. I don't think they really worried about the interceptions or anything like that. They just worried about getting short yardage and stopping that person there from that place. And, it's just all push each other to be the best. And yeah, if you're not going to do your job, then it should be the next man going up. Hey, if you can't do it, then yeah, that quarterback's going to take your job. Or, I think that's why we were talking about that. I think we should have had an extra quarterback, or, not draft a higher quarterback, but something below, under Dak that's going to put a little pressure on him if he doesn't do well enough, or if he does throw too many interceptions or something like that. But I just think that goes for all teams. That's the type of team I've always wanted to be around, and I think that's makes championship teams. That's just what I think.
Do you think Rashad Gary could lose his job to somebody on y'all's another edge rusher y'all have?
No.
No, not the moment. No. I think that
No, not right now. We don't have. Not right now. We're a little. We still.
Is there a position? Is there a position? Do y'all feel like going into the offseason that there's two players that are literally competing for that role?
I think Deron Bland can lose his position.
Yes.
He's had too many foot surgeries. You got to be able to cut, move, and I think Deron Bland can lose his position, and I think Tyler Guyton can lose his position. Overshawn can lose his position too, based off injuries. If Overshawn is healthy throughout the season, he
could be the greatest player out there. I think. Yes.
Yeah.
He proved it too. When there was talented players out there, he was the fastest, he was the quickest, and I think that's what hurt him though. It was the protection around him. I think he was.
But the two main positions, Ron Bland, Tyler Guyton, to me.
Y'all picked up Malachi Lawrence, right? What position is he?
Outside linebacker.
Outside linebacker, so not an edge rusher.
Yeah, it's the same thing. We're playing 3-4.
So y'all don't think he could outplay Gary?
I'm not even from me. He's not even a starter at this particular time. Devin Walker is.
Okay, so it's gonna be Donovan. So it's gonna be Ezra Rocco and Gary on the end. Okay.
Yeah. You put Malachi Lawrence on pass rushing downs. Yeah. And I don't know who might lose their starting position, but I don't think you take Rashawn Gary out because he's both stopping the run and pass rushing. So I don't see him. This man is so confident. Look, I'm gonna tell you something. Other than Quentin Williams, he's the leader in the locker room. Rashawn Gary is. He said he don't feel that nobody can hold him one-on-one. He loves his 3-4 defense.
Are y'all expecting him to drop back in coverage?
Yeah, he did that with Green Bay. He did in Green Bay. He did it in college too.
Okay. See, I don't know that much about Rashawn Gary.
See, Rashawn Gary played every position on defensive line.
So was it true that he was about to get cut by the Packers?
Yeah,
what you mean?
Big $27 million cap raise.
Okay, so it was a money decision, not a performance.
They was going to have to pay him a lot of money.
27 million. Yeah, I would say 27 million. I think Oscar said that.
Against the cap.
But Rashawn Gary has played every position on defensive line: defensive tackle, defensive end, outside linebacker with Green Bay, when he got to the NFL, they had him to lose weight.
Almost munching.
Somebody eating snacks.
I say something about you. Stay off my munchies.
No, okay. No, I'm like I said, I'm just asking questions. I didn't know
No, that's
if
good. Yeah.
Rashad Gary was going to be a guy that drops back or he's going to be a ping your ears back and go after the quarterback type person.
Hey,
So,
Warren, these are great answers or
He's
questions.
supposed to be both.
Yeah.
He gonna
should be
both.
both.
Yeah, he had 7.5 sacks last year, so he gonna be both. He's great at stopping the run. But you got to look at it too when it comes to Rashawn Gary. You got to look at it too. Like how many? Same thing you can say when it comes to your defensive tackles. Like how many ends or outside linebackers has played with the caliber of defensive tackles that we got? Not
Say it
many.
again. I'm sorry.
How many defensive ends or outside linebackers have played with the caliber of defensive tackles that we have when it comes to Quentin Williams and Kenny Clark? And even Tito. Like, that's going to free up because if you double team Quentin Williams and Rashawn Gary's on that same side as Quentin Williams, then you leaving him one-on-one. When Michael Parsons went out, they was double teaming Rashawn Gary on their team. When he was with the Packers, they was double teaming him. He has the same amount of sacks. He has the same amount of stats when it comes to Jonathan Grenard. Have you looked at their stats, Warren?
No, I haven't done any homework on Gennard.
It's fucking identical.
But I know Gennard had he had an injury last year, but before that he had 12 sacks in a row.
Yeah, 12 sacks 2 years in a row. Yeah.
Yeah,
Last year only
yeah, he
three and
had
a half.
12
But he only
sacks
played
and
12
then he
games.
got hurt. So no, I'm not. That's what I know about him right now. I'm not too familiar with it, but he's excited too because he's got Jalen Carter right there and he's got Jordan Davis.
Yeah.
We want Jonathan Grenard.
Why y'all want everybody we want, bro?
No, we was trying to get Jonathan Grenard before Rashawn Gary.
Hold on, you guys want everybody we want.
We was trying to trade Minnesota for Jonathan Grenard way before y'all got him.
I would say Carter. We wanted him, and you guys took him. You guys went up and got him. Jesus.
Yeah, we was trying to get Jonathan Grenard way before y'all got him. You know what I'm saying? See, on the inside, a lot of people don't know. Like we was trying to get Quay Walker and Nicobe Dean. A lot of people don't know that. And Quay Walker chose to go to the Raiders, and Nicobe Dean, we offered Nicobe Dean the same type of contract that the Raiders did. He was like, I played with I want to play with Quay Walker. I played with him in college. I want to play him.
Nah, he knew what was up. He's loyal. He not gonna do that.
Man, if Quay Walker had came to this team, you want to tell me that
Nicobe Dean said, I know what it's like. I'm gonna.
Did you hear that come out his mouth?
I was an Eagle.
Did you hear that come out his mouth? Did you hear
You know that. You know. I think he put something out there that said that he's staying loyal. He's not. He knows what the Eagles did for him.
How
he knows what the Eagles did.
How is he staying loyal when he went to another team? Why
he's staying loyal because he's not going to go. He's not going to go to our competitor.
He should just stay with y'all then, if that's the case.
Hey, that's a Howie Roseman thing.
He wants
anybody that knows me knows that I've been saying I want to get rid of Zach Bond and keep Nicobe Dean. Anybody that knows me knows that's what I've been banging that drum. Keep Nicobe Dean. Let the Bond walk.
What I'm saying is he wanted to play with Quay Walker. They played together in college. He wanted to play with Quay Walker. He wanted to play Quay. If we had assigned Quay Walker, he had to came over here. Then what you would be saying?
It wouldn't have happened.
That's what you think?
It didn't happen. So
I'm saying because we were trying to get both of them. We were trying to get both of them along with we were trying to get Devin Lloyd too.
It sounds like y'all wanted a lot of players. Why didn't these players come over there?
Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? We didn't offer Devin Lloyd the amount of money that he got with the other team. We ain't offer Quay Walker the amount of money that he got with the Raiders. But we did offer N'Kobe Dean the same amount of money that the Raiders did.
Yeah.
Well, to
Nakobe would have
also
been
match
more
our
effective.
to match our scheme though. That's why we wanted to get these players though too. They all match the 34.
Yeah. I don't think Nakobe wanted to be on the other side.
But at
He
the
knew what
same
was up.
time, y'all ain't made no big time
I don't know,
sign.
but he's not looking at Christian Parker and be like, "Oh, you're a traitor because you're playing against
Well, we know Christian Parker. That's Christian Parker. Like he made a smart move. Like you stand
yeah."
in the division that you know how to scheme up against.
There you go. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
think so what you're saying is you think that Christian Parker came to the worst defense in the league and was like, okay, look, I know the Eagles, I know the Commanders, I know the Giants. I'm gonna stay over here. Is this a yes or no? Is that what you're saying?
Uh, yeah.
It's part of it.
So if that's the
Because
case,
because Lloyd, just like you've been saying, if y'all are already at the bottom, how lower can you get?
but at the same time, who would want to come? I'm gonna tell you something. It's no way. I've been a manager for the
I'm
last
I, I, I was just
5 years.
about to use that as an example. I was
I've
just
been a
about to use that.
manager for the last 5 fucking years. It's no way possible I'm going to any restaurant and all they talk about on TV is this restaurant being the worst. Got fucking. Why would I want to go there? Because my
See,
name
that's
is
where
on.
me and you think different, Lloyd. I'll get that
No.
trash restaurant. I'm gonna make it be a diamond.
I'm
No,
making my best. That's
no,
me.
no.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
I'm
give. I'm gonna
making
give.
I'm
I'm
making
gonna
it a
give my little
diamond.
minion to make
So,
my
so,
best.
so, so I'm going to tell you how that won't work because for one, you can't go to a restaurant and expect because you're gonna have to get rid of even when it comes not just a restaurant when it comes to a business in general. In certain businesses, that's why they don't succeed
Yeah,
because you
no, no,
can't go to this business. That we ain't got to speak about restaurants. You can't go to this business and it's the worst in history in the city and expect to change it because you got to hire people.
We
well,
gotta
You
hire
got
that's
to
your
that's
hire
crew.
what
You
I'm.
gotta
people.
hire
Well,
your
now,
management. You gotta
now,
get your man.
Lloyd, I'm a market director, Lloyd. I'm a market director,
All
so
right.
like I oversee multiple locations. So like I'm telling you, usually, what is the issue whenever a restaurant is bad? The
It's the
culture,
people.
the
It's the
culture.
people. Yeah, the
Yeah,
people.
the
The people
culture.
create the
So what is
culture.
the very first thing you got to do when you go
Fix
in
that
there?
culture. Fix
You
that
But
culture.
change the
but
culture.
but at the same time, what's the location where that culture is located? Because if you can you can
Well,
you can
yeah,
bring in you can
it could be
bring
a slow
in
store. Yeah, it could be a slow
employees
store. Yeah,
and
but
and,
then
and,
it
and
can't afford
the
it.
employees can learn what they need to learn, but at the same time, they gonna continue and you'll be rehiring because this person wasn't the same type of person when you hired him that was or her, and they was trying to get this job, and then all of a sudden they started like, yeah, we can talk about culture all day, but just because you got a culture going on and you bring in employees or people, they don't take into their culture. Because after 3 or 6 months, you can't tell me that you ain't hired people or people haven't been hired and they look good at the beginning and then you have to fire them
But what are
three
we
months
changing
later.
there? Are we changing the numbers? Are we changing the? What are we doing? The
We're
cleaning?
we're changing. I'm changing metrics, and you got to change the culture first. First off, you got to change the culture. You have
I'm a
to.
bill.
Eh,
I'm a manager. I'm a manager that looks to build within.
Yeah, you.
I
If
coach.
you're
I
an
coach my people.
you're saying you're an operator. At the end of the day, if you're an operator and you go in, you change the culture. Sometimes you gotta gut a whole team. Sometimes you gotta gut them,
I've
and
done it.
you're gonna be spending
I've
open the
done it.
closes just to get that culture right.
Yeah,
But you're
I've
gonna
done it.
bring in the right people, and when you bring in the right people, you set a standard and you set an expectation. So if they can't meet that standard and meet that
They
expectation,
gotta go.
the door's right there. And
They gotta
yes,
go.
on average, the average worker in the restaurant industry is 6 months. So at the end of the day, why aren't you already
It
hiring
ain't
for your
even
next person
the
anyway?
average worker
Or
in
looking for it's
restaurant
already should be
business
already
is
in there.
not
It
even
should be
6
already in there
months.
though.
It's
Should be
Yeah.
3
already in
months.
there.
It's 3
Exactly.
months.
So you should be already constantly hiring the next
I'm
replacement
Oh,
I'm
no
but
matter
always.
what.
you have
That's
resumes like this now.
that's how I
Yeah.
look at it as a GM, Warren. That's how I look at it. I'm always just as like I had. I'm gonna tell you something.
See, we about to
Because I
Man, I
gotta
could
go.
talk this all day. I was
Hey,
because I've had to take over stores that were like nobody wanted it, bro. Like I'm
I took
saying,
over some
every
shitty
time
ass
you hear
stores and
about it,
changed it.
they're like, hey, be careful. I had somebody tell me this is a restaurant where managers die, basically. Like they say managers die coming here.
that's
And like
different.
I've taken that over. And
That,
first thing you gotta do, you change the culture. After you split the culture, you separate your people that you bring in. You don't mix them with the bad culture. You
but
keep them separated and you get them out.
but Warren, that's different. When you come when that means see that's different. When you go to a business or a restaurant or whatever it may be, and they say this is a restaurant or a business where the managers don't succeed, that means that the people are running the managers off. You can't run me off.
Well, I'm the same way. So see,
You can't run me the fuck off.
we
Yeah.
yeah,
Good luck, Bubba.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. You ain't gonna run me off. Have
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, they'll give you a
Try.
run for your money. You know
Yeah,
But
they,
that's a
that they'll
long.
give
But
you.
most
that's a
definitely would
good
give you a
manager
run
though.
for your money.
They'll
That's the
give you
right
a run for
manager.
your money, but it's who's still standing. That's the thing.
But
So
those
that's
are the
why
managers
I
change
said
everything.
it's
Those are the managers that change the store around, the dynamics.
exactly.
Yeah, you
No.
can
That's
tell.
exactly what I'm
Yeah,
saying. But if you going based on what you saying, Lloyd, if it's in a bad location, you're gonna have bad employees no matter what. Then what makes you think Christian Parker's gonna change it then?
But
It's,
I'm
the
saying,
stadium didn't change. The owner didn't change.
but it's not at a bad location. You want to go there? You
yeah. That actually is the number one
That's not
location
at
if you
a
want to talk
fucking
about that.
bad
That sells
location.
tickets. Oh,
Nah, but he's got a
that
point. You
product
know,
sells.
you're in a bad
Product does
location, you
sell.
get bad
That's
employees.
not in a bad. That's not a bad location.
But you said
Warren,
you
that's
bring in
two totally
employees,
different
and you said
things.
what happens?
He did
No,
change the
no.
culture though,
Look,
Lloyd.
I'm
Yeah,
put like
Christian
this. I'm
Parker
put
did
like
change
this.
the
I'm
culture
put like
though.
this. I'm from South Memphis, and if I open up a restaurant in South Memphis, I what employees am I going to interview? South Memphis as employees.
Well,
Hold on,
mind
but
you,
CP is
this
the
is
new
where
manager
this is
though.
you putting it in a
He
bad
is the new manager
location.
though.
I'm saying, you right, Warren, and
He's
Blue,
got.
your facts. I
He's
did
got
put
it.
it
He's
in
got.
black.
Yeah.
This I'm speaking about where I'm at right now. I'm trying to compare the two. I'm trying to let y'all know. Like I just told my area manager, and I just told the manager that just came in to help us out from another location. We're gonna have to gut this bastard out in order to get rid of the bad habits and go with the guidelines. We're gonna have to rehire and gut this bitch out. I just told them that.
We had to work.
And that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
But in doing it, you as a manager, you're
Takes a
gonna
lot
go
of work.
through some stressful fucking
Yeah.
times because you're
Yeah,
gonna have to put fucking hours in.
that's
But
what
that
Christian
takes a
Parker's
great
doing right
manager.
now. That's
Yeah,
what Sean made.
he's putting all the sleep. He's putting all the work in. That's what
He's
kind of
putting the
managers you
work
want.
in now.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
putting it in now. And mind you, if you're a good manager, that means you got a good eye of choosing talent too.
Your people, you build. It's just this. I love this shit. You build relationship with your people
Yeah.
because
You
if
don't
your
think Christian? I
people
think Christian
see
Parker's doing that though.
if your people see that you for them, they'll go through a fucking brick wall for you.
I haven't seen anything on field wise, but I think Christian
I
Parker
appreciate
has
it.
people. Yeah.
Have y'all read this book, 1 Minute Manager?
Yeah, I saw that. I
Yeah,
read it.
I read this
Yeah.
book. I read this book. Raven. It's another book. It's called. I'm gonna tell you something. That 1 Minute Manager book. I read that as a GM. I had to read that. I learned a lot from that book. You don't let people run over you, but at the same time, understanding and being there for your people will run through. It's not one person that I've ever managed that would, if right now, if I'm open, my goal is to open up my own restaurant and have my own food truck. My goal. That's me. That's something that me and my wife are working on. It's not one person that has ever worked under Lord that don't call me to this day or text me to this day and be like, "Oh, you got your restaurant yet? You got your food truck yet? Let me know. I want." That's because of what I've built, not outside of the business, within the business.
I feel that, but I'm a little bit different. I don't try to get that close because then when it comes to decision making,
It's hard.
it,
You gotta
No,
find
it
people you
can.
like.
look,
Yeah.
I
look.
like I do this. I discipline habits, not mistakes. So I
And that's how you got to be.
yeah.
No,
So
no,
like
no. It's not.
yeah.
It's not. I'm not trying to get nothing from. Look, I'm gonna tell you something. I was that motherfucker. I was that motherfucker on my off day. If they call me and I'm
I
in
was
my
there.
pajamas and I've been drinking, I go up there and my
Yeah, I'm
wife
not
had to
doing
tell
that,
me,
Lord.
no. Because this in the area that we was in, I had to go up there. It's not that I was wanting to do these things, but my wife had to tell me, like, you cannot go up there like that. You can't cuss these people. I used to be the one I was that manager that was
Oh, I didn't cuss nobody
micromanaging.
out.
I was that manager that was micromanaging and coming up there cussing motherfuckers out. And my wife had to tell me I can't be that way. I'm like,
Yeah,
why
you
the
got
fuck I can't
HR.
be that way?
Yeah, you got
I'm
HR, boy.
but at the same, but when it came to HR, when I was in this particular spot, it didn't even matter. It didn't even matter. But that was, and to be honest with you, Warren, it was actually my first managerial job.
Yeah.
I wasn't born knowing how to be a manager. You know what I'm saying? So I was going through this for the first time. So I'm on my off day. I'm relaxing. I'm kicking it with my wife, listening to music. We drinking, and then I get phone call like I need to come up there because you got this guy arguing. They finna fighting. So at the same time, I'm like, what the fuck? Well, you can't handle it. I hired you as a kitchen manager. I got 2 kitchens, but I had to go up there and I'm like, I'm cussing motherfuckers out.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
wrong. I was wrong, but I wasn't. I didn't know how. I was still
You're learning.
learning.
You're learning. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
You
still
Christian
learning how to
Parker
be a
right now.
manager.
You learning.
Yeah, I was still learning.
He had
Christian
bumps
Parker,
in, yeah.
I was still learning, but now I have a better grasp of it.
Lord.
I never go up there in no fucking pajamas. I used to go up there in fucking pajamas, and I could be I done took down 2 cups straight of fucking Tito's. So I would go up there on 10 because this is for them to have to call me up here and I have other managers. Man, yeah, I was
That boy Lloyd was running it off of fear.
I was on some I was on some shit. I was on some shit.
Hey, no, I
You want
got
to
you.
fuck with me? You want to fuck
Yeah.
with me?
But I had to learn how to
They
be
never
better.
gonna catch me in civilian clothes. No, I'm
Yeah,
not doing that.
I've learned how
Hey,
to
if
be
you're in
better,
civilian
though.
clothes, you're all, yeah, it's nothing wrong. Yeah, you're all
I've learned how to be
fine.
better though. But when it comes to the managerial shit, I've learned a lot because my
You got to
wife
be a
has
role
been
model.
in
You
this
got to,
shit.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
You know what
it
I'm saying?
teaches you a lot of things, bro. You gotta wear
Yeah,
a lot of hats. You gotta wear a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
hats.
Bro,
You got to know how to,
People don't realize it, but you wear a
you got
lot
to
of
learn how to
hats.
talk to
and you
people. You got to
can't,
learn how to be, yeah.
you can't go to everybody the same way.
No,
You
everyone's
can't go
different.
to everybody the same way.
Everyone's
You know what I'm
different.
That's
saying?
like when I went to business school, that's the number one thing. That's the very first thing they tell you. You can't like the golden rule does not apply. And as a manager, the golden rule does not apply. Because
You always
everybody
gotta,
learns differently, everybody takes information differently. Like some people you gotta go in on. Others you gotta be
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
You gotta have your verbiage right. And then
Hey, that
yeah,
verbiage is
Making,
something
I had to go over
serious,
there.
bro.
Yo, it's all
yeah,
about the verbiage.
Hey,
Yes.
that verbiage.
Mhm.
Hey,
yeah.
DeVar's royally. Fuck you, bro. he
What do you
said,
say?
"Lord, pass that joint." looking ass.
But like that's
pass, fine.
but nah, bro. Like, hey, I've been in management for about 12 years, bro, and I done moved up. So like, I can talk this
Okay.
all day, bro. I can talk
Yeah.
this all day. But
And you wanna know what's crazy, Warren? I'm still learning. I'm
yeah,
still
no,
learning.
no. You always gonna learn, bro.
You
It's
learn every day. You
but
learn on
see, the
every day on
thing
that clock.
is, it's because the generations are changing too.
Yeah,
Generations
yeah,
change, so you gotta keep up with generations.
yeah,
Like
but
you can't be funny like you used to be funny, Lloyd.
you can't.
Sorry.
Your funny might be offensive to somebody.
Yeah, and you can't come like you dealing with adults, and then you dealing with kids that's still in
Children
school.
are
Like
teenagers.
You're
that shit.
you're
Like that
dealing
shit
with you
crazy.
got adults and then you got people that think they're adults but aren't adults.
Yeah.
And yeah,
And cell phones don't help either. Oh, I know everything.
yeah, see, yeah,
Yeah.
no. Like I said, we can go all day talking about business, bro. Like
Bruh.
And
Yeah.
he's a Cowboys fan, so he has that against him too.
yeah.
Right. No, CZ, and Blue them, Oscar, Randy them, they be in the chat. I'll be like, look, I got a fucking headache today. I told CZ I got a fucking headache today. This shit right here. Look, this shit. I'm not even the GM of this restaurant. The motherfucker quit. This motherfucker didn't even tell nobody she quit. She just put her clothes in the garbage bag, her work clothes in the garbage bag, and the keys, and just threw it in the bag. Like, what the fuck? And we didn't find this shit for 2 days later. Like, so, yeah, man.
All right, you up, Lloyd?
Yeah,
But no,
yeah,
it's about
That's
having,
why
you know.
I spoke about this at the beginning. Up for a promotion.
But
So,
no, but like at the end of the day, like I know we talking about work and all that stuff, but it does relate to football because you are going in somewhere and you're changing the culture,
The
you're
culture.
changing the attitude, and you're setting a certain standard. You're setting a standard and you setting an expectation for your people that you're bringing in. And so that's what y'all got going on. On the
and,
Eagles side, we got people that have already we hit metrics, we did all that. Tell us what we doing wrong.
no, to what you're saying,
You got to keep it
y'all
going
have
though. Can you keep
already
it
been
going
there.
though? Yeah. Can you keep it going though?
We're
That's the hard part.
excited. We're excited that we've gotten to that point. That's where we're at now, and we're excited about it.
We're tired of that tease. There's that dollar. Yeah.
To some, our culture is not changing. We see a different culture when it comes to our team.
Well, maybe y'all culture is separating itself because the culture that y'all been having is Jerry Jones's culture. It sounds like Schottenheimer, if I'm saying his name right.
Yeah.
We
It
call him
sounds
Scott.
like he's separating. He's trying to build his own culture, but still let Jerry do his thing. But this is what we're gonna do in the locker room, on the field. This is what we really gonna be doing. And
Let
I
me
feel
see.
like that's kind of like what Jimmy Johnson did. At the end of the day, Jimmy Johnson was the reason y'all won those Super Bowls, not
No,
Jerry Jones.
100%. Yeah.
Somebody compared some. I ain't gonna even. And somebody compared Brian Schottenheimer to Jimmy Johnson.
I'm not gonna say all that.
He got a waste.
I'm
No
not.
comparison.
I'm not gonna say that.
Let me
But no,
See, that's what I get for talking like
finish.
that.
No.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Somebody, I was saying somebody compared that. What I'm saying is, on what you're saying, like it has to change. When have you not seen an off season where you've seen Jerry Jones in the papers or in interviews or whatever it may be, him or his son?
Around there though.
You've always seen in the off season. Jerry Jones would have had like 30 interviews by now. You ain't seen Jerry Jones in no interviews. Everybody always say, "Oh, Jerry Jones always got something to say." He always be interviewed. So he sat down with Stephen A. Smith and had a fucking interview in the off season. You ain't seen none of this. That's why
Well,
this
y'all
is
were
crazy.
y'all were getting a little bit better around that time. I think y'all are kind of at the bottom at this point right now. So any drama that y'all do have, I don't think it will really be talked about at the moment.
They gonna always talk about the Cowboys though, Warren.
Yeah, there's always drama. There's always
What ESPN or NFL Network where you don't click on, they do not talking about the Cowboys. And though Jerry Jones ain't said shit.
So why are they talking
Michael
about the
Carter.
Eagles? Answer this
Hey,
for me.
look, check your boy,
Who?
boy
Who?
Shady McCoy on there with fucking Acho. Like, George Pickens ain't gonna show up in the OTAs. He ain't gonna do no individual shit. He did that shit. That's what they come up with. It's
So why do you
always
feel
about
like
the
they're
Cowboys.
highlighting the Eagles then? Why do you feel like why do you think that they're bringing all this drama to Philly? Because mind you, this is not locker room drama. This is stuff that journalists are putting out, reporters are putting out. Why do you think they're trying to keep stirring the pot when it comes to this?
It sells media. Media sells.
It
Sells
it's
itself.
more because of the Philadelphia fan base that they're
It's
catering.
growing. It's growing a lot more.
Exactly.
Our fan base. Yeah, our fan base is
An Eagles
bunch
fan
of
is always born at least every 10 minutes, it feels
yeah.
like nowadays. So like
Well,
with
you
that
got
being
yeah.
we bring views at the end of the day. The Eagles bring views and it brings attention. Lloyd, we can
Y'all
start
bring
having
views.
we can have an argument about Jalen Hurts right now and views gonna go up like crazy.
But
Like
that's
you
Cowboys and that's Cowboy.
But Dallas is always
That's
so that we don't have
Dallas
to be
and
doing
that's
nothing.
Eagles. That's what's gonna
Yeah.
bring views. It ain't just about look. So I'm gonna ask you this question.
talk to me.
So if you want to bring up a situation when it comes to, let's say, the same situation, Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts, which one you think gonna get the most views?
Jalen Hurts.
By far.
Why? Why? When it's always been Dak Prescott.
No,
No,
Jalen
no.
Hurts is the most.
See,
Why?
Lloyd, this is where you missed the needle. It's more about Jalen Hurts.
Way more.
Why is it more about Jalen Hurts when y'all talk more about Dak Prescott than y'all do Jalen
But who do
Hurts?
you say who
I
talks more?
I
Is it the
I don't
media
talk about
or
Dak Prescott like
Whoa.
that.
hold on? Who talks more? The
No.
Dallas or like are you talk? Who do
No,
you talk about?
Jalen Hurts.
The media, because
Yeah, Jalen Hurts by far gets more
Even
than Dak.
even with the media.
no, that's what
How
I'm
is
asking.
it?
That's what I'm asking.
How would
That's
it
what
But
I'm
this
bring
asking.
is
more
this is the
views with
thing though.
Jalen Hurts when y'all say Jalen Hurts won when it comes to the media? When it
Well,
comes
I
to the
wouldn't know if
media,
it's media
Dak
or views.
Prescott has been one of the most. You have to talk bad about Dak Prescott because it's in fact he
Lloyd.
hasn't won a Super Bowl.
But you just said there hasn't been any drama in Cowboy Land.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lloyd.
but
Yeah.
they still talking about the Cowboys though. It
Who?
hasn't been any drama. And when you cut on ESPN, when you cut on NFL Network, they are still talking about the Dallas Cowboys. They ain't talking about the fucking
Yeah,
Eagles.
They're talking
About the
about your
Dallas
wide receiver.
Cowboys.
They're talking about your wide receiver
They
duo.
talking. You
That's
know
what they
what
talking
you
about. So
Warren? Do
you
you know
too
what the
you really
conversation is?
think
Warren,
Jalen Hurts
I'm
does
finna
not
get you.
get talked about that
I'm finna
much?
get you. I'm finna get you right here, Warren.
Talk
You
to
want
me.
to know why they still talking about the Dallas Cowboys?
Why?
They just put out there that Dak Prescott is the most clutch quarterback in the league last season.
What are you watching, Lloyd?
No. What am I watching? This been on the damn ESPN NFL Network. I ain't say that. I did not say that.
Where
You
Am I
talk a lot of
wrong?
Dallas.
Am
I
I
know.
am I
But
wrong?
this is
Seems
the
like
thing about Jalen Hurts and like just
And
being
they said
100.
Matthew Stafford is number 2.
But this is the thing about Jalen Hurts, and I think y'all will agree with me on this. Jalen Hurts does not show his personality at all. He does not show his personality. And he does not come out, he doesn't defend himself, he don't do any of that. So it is easier to talk negative about Jalen Hurts because at the end of the day, a lot of people for the longest were trying to get a reaction out of him. And they realize you can't really get anything out of him. You can't get a reaction. How are you the most hated player in sports, but
That's probably
you
why.
going doing tours for children books?
Dak
Yeah, that makes
Prescott
no
does
sense.
that.
I
Dak
feel like they
Prescott
all
does
kind of
those
get
things.
hated, though. I
Yeah,
feel like, but
it's
yeah.
totally fan
But
driven.
if you're talking about things from Philadelphia, okay. If you're
No,
talking
he
about
was
things,
rated. No, he was rated the most hated player
Yeah,
in
no.
sports.
You
This isn't
talking
Philly.
about
This is
this is
national media,
yeah
you think Jalen Hurts is hated more than Dak Prescott?
by
bro. They
far
did a vote.
by far.
They
Yeah,
voted this. They voted this. Lloyd, look this up, please.
So I'm googling right now.
yeah.
Who is the most hated quarterback?
Yeah, I heard the same thing.
Yeah, that's been said a long time ago.
Yeah, that was like they were doing that back in late February, early March.
It's Jalen Hurts, and it
Well,
gets
I'm
the
seeing Jalen Hurts is the
all
most,
up and
yeah,
down.
on Facebook, but it's on Facebook though. What I see,
So what's
uh,
Facebook don't
That's why it's fan driven. This is
Jalen
all
Hurts
So
numbers.
all fan
it
driven.
has Jalen Hurts as number one, and it has Dak Prescott as number 3.
So yeah,
who's
But
no,
do
number
you see what
two?
I'm saying though? Do you
Who's
see
number two?
like give me a
Aaron
reason to hate
Rodgers.
him?
Aaron
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 Rodgers
Rodgers.
Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Well, Aaron Rodgers is
Hey,
Yeah,
Aaron
hey, hey,
Rodgers.
because he
hey,
talks
hey,
his
Warren,
shit. That's what he does.
Warren. You
Yeah.
see my hands?
Yeah, that's okay.
I never thought Jalen Hurts was the like.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we have to hear. That's what we have to hear.
That motherfucker got Super Bowl. Dak Prescott ain't got Super Bowl. So I
That
thought he
okay,
probably
now you getting on the train. All right. Now just gotta put a jersey on you.
Oh
no,
shit! No,
yeah,
no,
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 no.
no,
You
no.
go
Warren,
see
Warren,
me
that
I'm
and
playing.
not
I'm
putting a
playing.
jersey on me or not eating sushi. You
No,
motherfuckers
I'm playing.
crazy.
I'm playing with you. But no,
No,
but like
no.
you
Steve
see,
probably get a
but you
jersey
see what
on
I'm
me.
saying though? Like he's called the most hated quarterback, and people ask why. What has he done? What has he truly done to make people
So what
hate
is the
him?
answer? What is the
Yeah.
answer?
it's because
That's what I'm striving to look
Oh,
for.
because he's
It
quiet and the
says
media
all right,
just talks shit.
I
Yeah.
It
can I can
says
I can
there's no single consensus on the most hated quarterback in the NFL as
wrong.
opinions vary greatly
No,
depending on who you ask. That's what it says. Who you ask.
you know where this
However,
started?
however,
This started from Chris Sims.
however, public and social media data frequently points to a few specific names who draw heavy scrutiny.
Tag
And
Rivers, yeah.
it had who draws heavy scrutiny. Jalen Hurts number one, and then Aaron Rodgers number 2, and Dak Prescott number 3.
Warren, this all started with Chris Sims.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's the biggest Jalen hater in the world. Like no matter what, like Jalen could win multiple Super Bowls. He's gonna rank Jalen near last in quarterback rankings.
Well, didn't you rank him like
Oh, like you
18th or
guys said,
something?
he's gonna have a lot
Yeah.
of pressure on him
21st,
next year, though.
21st,
He's in the 20s.
21st.
Yeah, like Chris Sims. Like it's unreal.
He
They just
doesn't
hate his play style. They hate his play style, and they hate that that he's winning. They hate it for
and
whatever.
a lot of people just hate the way he carries himself too.
That's a
Like
big part of it. I
that's
think.
being 100% honest. A lot of people just don't like the way he carries himself. I think that's a whole nother story for another day.
Yeah, that's
But
another story. But
yeah,
you're right. You're on the right track with that. Yes.
but I think at the end of the day, who like he should be the people's champ. Like who hasn't been underestimated and you proven wrong?
Yeah.
Like
He's
that's
an
the way I look at
underdog.
it.
He's an underdog, and that's something people can root for.
Yeah. But
But they don't.
Yeah, we've been on for 3 hours and 30 minutes.
damn.
We're about to end this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we're about to end this.
It's about starting to get.
No, we can start this conversation. Look,
He said I'm gonna end it on this wrong thing.
y'all already know. I didn't do that. Hey, check this out. On Sunday, we're gonna continue this conversation. I gotta go to work no more. Fuck.
I got a long weekend.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to be on at 1:00 tonight, y'all. We didn't cut these hours down sometimes. Like
Yo, you gotta blame Blue for this.
You gotta change that culture, Lloyd.
All about culture.
oh shit. Oh damn, y'all.
I'm sitting back eating my popcorn. I'm loving this.
We've had a great live stream tonight, yo guys. We've had a great live stream tonight. We will pick this back up on Sunday, y'all. Sunday, y'all know we do it. We gonna pick this back up Sunday. But we appreciate everybody. We gonna go down the panel and we're finna end this live stream, and we're gonna get everybody a chance to give their closing thoughts on tonight. Jesse, give us your closing.
Gentlemen, I couldn't even say a word because you guys are battling out like Tyson and damn if it was Ali at the same time. So great show. Chat. You guys in that show, thank you for staying for this marathon. Everybody here, thank you very much for coming in, especially you, Warren. Thank you so much to be here with us. And enjoy your 4th of July, your weekend. Be safe, drink water, and let's go NFL teams, especially the NFC East Beast. So I'll see you on the gridiron.
Randy, what you got for us, Randy?
Well, I enjoyed the show. Not really much else. It was just a good show, guys. Good questions.
Great questions. Great questions.
CZ, what you got?
I want to thank everybody for wishing me a happy birthday. Thank you so much. You know, it's going to be hot tomorrow, so stay cool, and we'll see you on Sunday.
Warren, what you got for us, Warren?
Yo, shout out to y'all keeping this going till 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh
Um,
man.
hey, shout out. No, I think I learned a few things about the Cowboys. We definitely gonna disagree on a few things. We definitely are, but hey, that's why I like coming over here. I like messing with y'all sometimes. I like to ask questions and try to get y'all to see the answers out of the questions that I'm asking. But no, it's always good coming on here, and like I said, coming on here, it makes doing this is gonna make football be here by the time I know it. So, like I said, appreciate everybody, and y'all don't forget to like and subscribe while y'all on here too.
And while y'all on here liking and subscribing to the Next Level Sports Lounge, y'all make sure y'all go over there to Eagles Collective and like and share and subscribe to his channel with Warren. Blue, what you got for us?
Oh no, it was a great show. Sorry I was late, you guys. Thank you for holding it down for that first hour that I was, not here.
A bullshit.
I'm just playing. No, you guys did good. It was a good job. I was like, gosh, should I jump on there? I don't know if I'm gonna make it different. I was like, no, I was ready to jump on. But no, it was Warren. It's always nice to have on here. It was great answers. We're always, we always appreciate you on here. Yes, definitely. If you can go hit that like button or go subscribe button for Warren too. He needs more of that watch error. So every time he goes out there and watch or views something, go up there. Make sure you go in there and definitely go on there when you're on live and check him out. He does some good stuff on there. But yeah, freaking everybody enjoy your 4th of July and be safe. And chat, thank you for jumping on here and doing your thing. We all appreciate that. Jimbo, Vinny, No Face, Twiz,
Jimbo,
Oscar, Jimbo, yeah, all y'all. We appreciate it. We can't do without you guys. We always say that, and yeah, Oscar.
Yeah, great show, everybody. Thank you for everybody coming. It was nice. It's always nice to talk football, like you said. Like Warren always says, I always remember what he said. Just as long as we learn something at the end of the day, we have a few laughs, have fun with it. We try to educate ourselves. It's always good to have people from all over, no matter what team you root for, because you learn. You learn something from another team. Knowledge is power. So nice to have. And, like you always said, we keep family first, football second. But, please, everybody be safe. 4th of July.
Yes,
I said I'll be busy Sunday. I'll try to get home early, but we'll see how the weekend goes. It's going to be crazy down here in New York. So I'll try my best to get home early Sunday. But please, everybody enjoy and be safe. And like we always say, family first. So glad everybody was here. Lloyd?
Great live stream, people, from the panel to the chat. It's always good. I look forward to doing these things when it comes to the live streams. I just when it comes to work, it kind of conflict into what I have going. But at the same time, like we appreciate the chat, we appreciate the panel. Like all of y'all plays a major role in what we have going on here. And We at 456 subscribers, you guys.
Oh, come on, you guys.
That's
We're
where
almost there.
we at 456 subscribers. Like I said, we're gonna have giveaways going out. I prefer to wait till we get to the 500 subscribers to start the giveaways and the raffles and everything. Uh, we did one when we get to the first 100 subscribers. Dan got the blanket that he got when it came to the Cowboys blanket. So we got a lot of things going on here. We got a team. It's not just me. It's not just me. We have a team, and this team plays a very, very valuable part when it comes to the next level sports now. And not just that, next level fans. That's what I'm calling y'all. The next level fans, the next level chat. Y'all are why we are we at now, right at this particular time. And we appreciate you guys. If it weren't for you guys, then we wouldn't be where we at now. From everybody when it comes to Twiz, Jimbo, Logan, CZ. Well, CZ a part of the panel, so I ain't gonna even include him. Yeah, Yupper. It's all y'all are the reason to where we at now, and we just want this channel to grow. We're expecting it to grow. We're expecting it to be to where, like, we want to stand out amongst all other channels, y'all. And we know we have work to do as a team, as a panel. And these are things that we're working on, y'all. We appreciate you guys. Y'all make sure y'all share it out to your family members, to your friends who are sports fans. Whether it doesn't matter whether
It
they're
doesn't
Eagles
matter for
fans,
another you. Yeah.
Cowboys, Steelers, 49ers, Dolphins, Ravens. If you are, I'm from Memphis, y'all. I'm from Memphis,
Cali.
Tennessee, and I'm
Cali
not a
right
Titans
here.
fan. So if you're a Titans fan, y'all like, shoot it out. Cali, like, Blue a Cowboys fan, but I'm just this is what we're saying. Like, just shoot it out to your family members, friends. Like, it don't take nothing but a little finger and hit that subscribe button. That's all. That's all.
What's y'all's goal by the football season? By the beginning of the season, what's y'all's goal for subs?
Oh, subs by oh man, I was saying July 500. Hopefully, that's what I was thinking already. But
Oh, by football season?
by
Yeah.
football season, 600.
No, I'm looking.
550.
I'm looking at about by football season. My goal is 1,000 subscribers by
By
football
football season.
season. By football season,
Well, that's
I'm
like 2
looking
months.
at. I'm looking at 1,000 subscribers because we're 44 away from subscribers now. But even though I'm looking at 1,000 subscribers, that means that I have to put in more work. The team has to put in more work. These are things that we are looking to do in the future. So, yeah.
Whatever I can do to help y'all get there, let me know.
Nah, man, you're doing it, man. Just just shout us out, man. Do what you need to do, man. You just be part of it, I guess. Yeah, just yeah. Oh, Randy, did Randy get his last words?
Yeah, I gave them.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
I just want to say thank you, Big Daddy.
Ah, I was like, what?
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I ain't got time. Benny, don't you start. Troy, don't you start. Because y'all heard Randy say what he just said. Don't y'all start.
They're gonna jump on the bandwagon. And we're gonna make a
My
t-shirt,
bad,
Big
Oscar.
Daddy.
I didn't know you was gone, Oscar. My bad.
I got knocked out. I don't know what happened. It's all right.
Yeah. We appreciate everybody. And like I said, y'all go subscribe to Blue Virus channel. Blue Virus has channel. Yeah, we trying to build his channel too so we can go live from his channel. Y'all go subscribe to Blue Virus channel and Miss McAfee Unscripted, and go subscribe to Eagles Collective where Warren is at, and he got some great shit going on over there. We got also B Dunk. We got B Dunk comes with his motivational shit every day, y'all. Go check out B Dunk. He's good people. Marcus Blackman. Go check out Marcus Blackman, y'all. Go check out Momo's rant. Hey, that motherfucker is funny, y'all. I don't give a damn what nobody say. That motherfucker is funny. Momo is fucking funny. Go check out Momo's rant, y'all, and go subscribe to this channel. I'm all about supporting channels. You know what I'm saying? It's not just me. I'm not a selfish person. Uh, this team, this panel we're not selfish. So y'all go subscribe. And I know y'all know who Mark is. I know y'all
Marcus
know who
Black.
Game Time is. Shout out to Mark and shout out to Game Time. Y'all go subscribe to those guys. Yeah, go subscribe to them. Good people, great content. If you're a Cowboys fans, if you're Eagles fans, you might not like it. You might not like it. But this is what we do. We appreciate it. We will be live streaming again on Sunday. I'm gonna try to shoot out some little videos here and there before we get to Sunday, y'all. We appreciate everybody from the chat to the panel to the team. We appreciate everybody. We love everybody. Until next time. Peace.
Peace.
It's too late for that. Too late for that, Blue.
Oh, my bad. I was getting everybody.
No, I was just messing with you.
Fuck you. You know what? Fuck you. I'm done with this shit. Quit.
Well, you're such a